our doubleheader.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk first about the home team, the East Mills Wolverines. This is a team that came into the year with really high expectations. They return 100% of their scoring from a team that went 19-5 last season. But they're off to a bit of a shaky start. They lost the game to Fremont Mills on Tuesday night that they did not expect to lose. It was 38-37. It came down to the final shot. East Mills actually had a chance to win the game at the end, could not do so. What do you expect tonight from Alexis Moreno's team that maybe is underperforming a little bit right now?
Well, I taught Matt Thornburg a little bit. He's also one of the coaches on the squad a little bit. And I said, give me some thoughts, Matt, about that game. And he goes, I just think we weren't quite ready to go. And he says, that was a good learning lesson for us. And sometimes you need to learn those lessons. It's nice to learn it, I guess, early in the season, Nick. Now, they lost to Woodbine earlier. Now, Woodbine is a really good team, and they're ranked in 1A as well. But tonight they're going to face the number 7 team in Class A. Class 1A, the Stanton Vikings. They come in 3-0 already, ranked number 7 right now, and Coach Dave Snyder's squad is starting to click on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Stanton, a great segue there. That Jenna Stevens comes in, the reigning corner conference player of the year last year, 16.5 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game. She's picking up right where she left off with 13 points and 4 rebounds per game. Marley Johnson is a really good piece. Abby Burke is a really good piece. Leah Sandin, the junior, is a really good piece. This is a team that has all the tools to make a legitimate run, Brian. And right now, unlike East Mills, they are right to the start where they expected to be.
Yeah, they come off a pretty impressive win against Griswold Tuesday night, 63-11. But I think with Coach Snyder's team, they had a really good season last year. They lost it, I think, in a regional final game, and they want to go that step further. They want to see if they can get to Wells Fargo. And they know that teams like East Mills and some of those Fremont Mill squads, they're going to have to get out through them. And, boy, if you can come in here on the road, Nick, early in December, get a road victory in the conference, that kind of really jumpstarts you as you get ready to close out, next week or, week and a half before you go into winter break. So this is a big matchup. East Mills, they've really got to find a way to rebound because they lost a conference game, as you mentioned, to Fremont Mills. They don't want to go down 0-2 in this conference.
Well, in the Fremont Mills game, obviously, Fremont Mills presses, right? The full court press, and it really felt like the whole time East Mills could barely even get the ball across half court, let alone get offense going. Emily Williams, for the most part, was shut down. She did come on in the fourth quarter, but for the first 3 quarters, she was nowhere to be found. So when you talk about East Mills, what do they need to do to get Emily Williams, their clear-cut best player, going tonight on both offense and defense?
Well, first thing, yes, they had a foul trouble. They don't have they don't have the depth that they've had in the past, so they're going to really need to keep the people on the floor. And I think it's just be really active. Emily's going to move, but it's find ways. They've got girls that can shoot the ball in the perimeter. I think that's the other thing too, Nick. The other girls step up and hit some perimeter shots. It opens up the middle of the lane, which is where Emily really likes to navigate and score her points. And defensively, I think they're going to have to kind of, keep an eye on Stanton's height. They, as you mentioned, Marley Johnson, Jenna Stevens, Abby Burke, they're all in that 5'9", 5'10" range, and they're lanky. They're really, really athletic. And as you mentioned, Fremont Mills had success in the press. They're going to have to handle the ball. And if they get run-out points, Nick, you got to convert.
Starters tonight. First for the Stanton Vikings, the visitors, Leah Sandin, Brooklyn Silva, Marley Johnson, Abby Burke, and Jenna Stevens. And for the home team, the East Mills Wolverines, Natalie Goodman, Mia Goodman, Emily Williams, Aspen Krause, and Mia Urban. We are going to step aside for about 60 seconds for the national anthem. We'll be back with tip-off here in Malvern.
Customers that choose Barrett Auto Center.
What? It's not. It's Mia. They're both Mia.
Isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Find your place at Northwest Missouri State University. From day one, laptop are included.
Revision Equipment know two things about the future of ag. One, technology will continue to evolve, and two, it's still all about the people that make it happen. AgriVision Equipment is looking for those people to share in the excitement of driverless vehicles, artificial intelligence, drones, and even more John Deere innovation. If you're excited about what this will offer the ag industry, you might be a fit for service technician positions receiving a competitive wage, benefits package, job growth, and stability. Apply at agrivisionequipment.com/tech.
To talk to our customers about the benefits of Planting Pioneer. We want to take advantage of this opportunity for our customers. Contact me today at Total Farm Solutions, west of Carson, to find out more about how Planting Pioneer on your acres can help your operation.
And a welcome back into KMA FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah. We are here in Malvern tonight. Nick Stavas alongside Brian Bertini as we are getting set for a corner conference matchup of the girls variety first between East Mills and Stanton. It is a big one tonight, and we are just about ready for tip-off. Jenna Stevens and Emily Williams will line up for the opening tip. And, Brian, what are some of the things you're expecting from this game tonight?
Well, I think both squads obviously want to get off to a fast start. Stay out of foul trouble, Nick, as we mentioned. And when you get good looks inside, convert, because there's some height on both sides, and, you're going to be challenged on some of the shots.
So the opening tip is controlled by Stanton, and it's Leah Sandin to bring it up the floor, hands it off to Marley Johnson, working from our left to our right. Gets it over to Sandin on the far side wing. Now Abby Burke in the corner. Jenna Stevens on the low block, back outside. Swung around. This is Sandin for three. That's off the back iron. Rebounds tipped out. Gathered by Emily Williams, and here come East Mills. Williams driving on Johnson. Pulls up from the baseline. Airballed that one over the side of the backboard, but able to track down the rebound was Aspen Krause. Now out top, here's Williams on the near side wing. Williams. Now a three from the corner, and that is no good. Natalie Goodman on the shot there, but able to get the rebound underneath was East Mills, and then three more missed shots, and eventually the rebound is controlled by Stanton, and now here come the Vikings.
Well, they had three pretty good looks on the inside right there on putback, missed opportunities. Stanton not very good on the block out on the first couple possessions.
Now Stevens has it in the far side corner, gets it to Sandin on the wing. Now near side, Marley Johnson.
It's like a 1-2-2 matchup zone by the Wolverines.
Down low there, off the glass and in for Brooklyn Silva, and there's the game's first points, 2-0 Stanton.
Nice job by Silva right there, the senior right there. Good navigation on the offense right there. Good spot, banked it in, 2 points.
So now a full court press from Stanton, and East Mills struggling to get the ball across, and it looked like a travel there from Aspen Krause, and it's a turnover. And if you are East Mills, you are tired of the press because they dealt with it all night against Fremont Mills on Tuesday night, and now Stanton comes out in it as well.
Well, Coach Snyder for the Stantons watched that and watched the huddle video very well. So, yeah, you pick up on that. So you're going to have to handle the ball if you're the Wolverines.
Jenna Stevens has it for Stanton in the far side corner. Now Sandin now swings it back over to Marley Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson's guarded by Krause. Now top. Here's Abby Burke. Kicks it over to your side, Jenna Stevens, and then we get a foul underneath. And that one is on...
They're going to call it on...
Maya Urban.
No, they're going to call it on Marley Johnson.
Oh, it is on Marley Johnson, so it's on the offense.
I think he might have called her for a hook, Nick. She used her hands to kind of hook and gain position.
Williams tries to get it across, and she does acrobatically, and now a pass down court, and it's taken out of bounds by Natalie Goodman, and it's a turnover. So once again, that press giving East Mills some problems here early. It's 2-0 with 6:09 to go in the first.
Well, and the Vikings have some height to make that press a little bit more effective, too. They really can get in the passing lanes.
So outside is Leah Sandin with the ball. Now Abby Burke on the near side wing. Stanton working from left to right. Now a three from Jenna Stevens, in and out, and it's rebounded by Amaya Urban, and now here come the Wolverines. Natalie Goodman has it outside, guarded by Abby Burke. Skip pass over to the other side. Now out top, Urban. Down low to Emily Williams, working on Stevens. Puts one up, no good. Rebound goes to Stevens, and now here comes Marley Johnson the other way in transition.
Well, those girls have been battling for 4 years, so they're no strangers, especially inside the paint, Nick.
Outside, Leah Sandin thought about the three. Now kicks it back out. Abby Burke, top of the key. Kicked over on the elbow for Brooklyn Silva. Now top of the key. Jenna Stevens just takes a 2-point jumper from just inside the line. It's no good, and it goes out of bounds. So it will be East Mills ball here with 5:18 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, early observations here in the first couple minutes. Stanton's getting pretty good motion on their offense. East Mills got to find some rhythm here.
Now underneath, that was Mia Goodman with the touch. It got taken out of bounds by Brooklyn Silva, so it will stay with the Wolverines. Almost 3 minutes into this game, and the score still 2-0 in favor of Stanton. Out top, here's Natalie Goodman. And she gets it off to Aspen Krause. Now over far side, there's Mia Goodman. Now out top, here's Maya Urban. Guarded by Marley Johnson on the outside. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hands it off to Mia Goodman, and that one is off the back iron. The three-point shot, but it's rebounded by the Wolverines. Now out top, and now Emily Williams has it. Emily Williams driving the lane, puts it up and in.
Well,
nice move.
Marley Stevens gambled on a steal right there. Williams took advantage, got inside the lane, and got the first points of the Wolverines.
Again, Emily Williams had just 5 points through the first 3.5 quarters. Ended up with 10 against Fremont Mills, but it was a hard-fought 10 as Jenna Stevens missed the shot on the other end, and now here come the Wolverines with the rebound. Aspen Krause brings it up the floor, and then this one's stolen away in the backcourt by Marley Johnson. Johnson on a breakaway, puts it up off the glass, no good, and the rebound goes to Maya Goodman.
She had a tough angle on that, Nick. She didn't get quite, picked her dribble up, I thought, a little bit too early.
Now near side and the elbow, a jump shot there from Mia Goodman, no good. Rebound going to Marley Johnson, and here comes Stanton in a fast break. Marley Johnson goes up off the glass. That's no good. She drew the foul, and that will send her to the free throw line.
Nice spin move. She kind of set the defender up, kind of spun off into the inside lane, just didn't get the roll, but free throws coming up.
So Marley Johnson at the free throw line, the senior for the Vi Queens, 11.3 points per game through the first 3 games of the year, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. She is a do-it-all player for Stanton, but she misses the first free throw off the front iron.
Right now, points kind of a premium for both squads, Nick.
And that's how it was on Tuesday night with FM and East Mills, Brian. It was 24-21 at the end of the third quarter. The teams kind of picked it up at the end, but it was still a 38-37 game, very low scoring. Johnson makes the second free throw. It's 3-2 Stanton. Out top, this is Urban from just inside the line. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Emily Williams. It's tipped around and out of bounds off Abby Burke, so it will stay with the Wolverines. Excuse me, that was actually Aspen Krause on the shot.
Let them play a little bit. A little contact in the lane right there, but it's been equal on both sides, so players will have to adjust.
Inbound to Mia Goodman. Now Maya Urban has it. Now Goodman thought about the three. Goodman drives, gets double team, walled off. Kick out to Natalie Goodman. Now skip pass is broken up and stolen away by Leah Sandin. And now Jenna Stevens is going to bring it up the floor for Stanton. Stevens tried to get it down low to Johnson, but Emily Williams picks off the pass. And now here comes Emily Williams one-on-one with Stevens off the glass and in.
Well, there's the run-out points we're talking about. You know, you get Emily on a one-on-one right there. Most of the time she's going to come out the victor on that.
So now here's Marley Johnson bringing it up the floor. 4-3 East Mills with the lead. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Leah Sandin outside. Now gets it to Stevens, guarded by Williams on the near side wing.
Man-to-man defense now by the Wolverines.
And it almost ended up in another steal. Marley Johnson couldn't get it up, and now here comes the Wolverines. Aspen Krause brings it up the floor. Excuse me, that's Maya Urban. Maya Urban off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Abby Burke, and now here comes Stanton the other way. Burke on the fast break. Double team, just had it stolen away, but then they're going to call it jump ball. They're going to say it was tied up between Williams and Abby Burke, and the jump ball will keep the ball with, no, it will give the ball to East Mills.
It was just kind of an awkward exchange by both squads. You mentioned Burke kind of dribbled in, and Williams tried to take it away, and ended up being a jump ball.
So Loicy Palmer has checked in, the freshman for East Mills. Meanwhile, the inbound is stolen away, and it's going to be a foul on the shot. Leah Sandin was the one with the steal in the backcourt, and then Maya Urban was called for the foul, so Sandin will go to the line.
Well, and Mia Goodman did make a good return pass to her teammate, Maya Urban. It resulted in a steal and almost a putback layup, but free throws again coming up for the Vi Queens.
First free throw from Sandin is good. Sandin, a junior, 7.3 rebounds per game. Not a huge scorer, but definitely capable as she knocks down the first free throw, and it's 4-4. Now the second on the way, and that's off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Emily Williams, and here come the Wolverines. Near side, here's Aspen Krause. Gets it to the near side corner. Driving baseline is Natalie Goodman. Nice bounce pass to Loicy Palmer, but she couldn't handle it, and it's out of bounds to Stanton.
Well, Jenna Stevens kind of kicked her leg up and kind of got in the vision of the East Mills girl, and that kind of prompted it going out of bounds. So she didn't get the steal, but she kind of caused the turnover.
So it'll be Marley Johnson to walk it up the floor now for Stanton. 4-4 the score, 2:26 to go here in the first quarter. Johnson outside, gets it over to Leah Sand on the far side wing. Now back down low to Johnson, but the pass was over her head and out of bounds. They had a good look at a bucket, but she couldn't handle it.
The pass was going to, even if Marley catches that, it's going to take her behind the basket. But, yeah, she had it open, Nick, as you mentioned. Just not the accurate pass that Coach Snyder was looking for.
Three-quarter court press here from Stanton. East Mills breaks it easily. Up ahead to Loisy Palmer on the baseline. She gets it to go. Nice little floater from Loisy Palmer on the baseline, and it's 6-4.
Well, that's what you're hoping for. You know, if you can get somebody, get the numbers, that was a 2-on-1 look, and you got to convert, which the Wolverines did.
Abby Burke outside working on Natalie Goodman. Now gets it out top of the key to Leah Sandin. She takes right hand and then backs out. Now kicks it to Jenna Stevens, top of the key. Now Brooklyn Silva on the right side elbow. Top of the key now. Here's Abby Burke. Burke thought about the jump shot. Now brings it back out, and Marley Johnson has it with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. In the high post to Jenna Stevens. Hand off to Marley Johnson. 4 seconds on the shot clock now. Johnson drives baseline, swatted away by Emily Williams, but they're going to get her for a foul on the shot, so Johnson will head to the line.
Nice little high post, UCLA cut right there, handed off. Marley Johnson, a little hesitation right there, and that kind of caused the contact by Williams. Her first, but team's third. Johnson the line for two.
Johnson's first free throw is good. So 6-5 now the score. East Mills with the lead in the early going. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Two corner conference giants. Both the boys and the girls teams of either of these schools finished first and second in the corner conference last year. So definitely a solid matchup. And now a steal in the midcourt. And now Stanton has it going the other way off the inbound. And now a missed shot there by Leah Sandin, and the rebound to Emily Williams. And the Wolverines have it, but still struggling, Brian, to just get it across half court.
Again, Stanton continued to put some pressure, even on a missed shot, as you mentioned, Nick.
And then that one is given away by Jenna Thornburg, and instead we're going to get a foul called on the floor against Stanton with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-6.
I think Jenna Thornburg's like, I just hit my arm, and the ball went away, and it was a little bit late to whistle, but the correct whistle.
1:12 to go here, 6-6 the score. 3 fouls on East Mills and 3 fouls on Stanton, and now we have some conversation between Dave Snyder and the referee, and then an inbound there, and we are playing ball again. Out top is Natalie Goodman, gets it to Maya Urban, top of the key, and now Maya Urban backs it out, gets it over top of the key to Natalie Goodman, who just pulls up for a deep three, and that's no good, and then it will go out of bounds to Stanton.
Well, I think maybe she didn't realize she was maybe a couple extra feet behind that line, but regardless, as you mentioned.
Brian, she is a shooter. She took 2 or 3 of those against Fremont Mills the other night. She will step out and take it. She doesn't care how far away from the basket she is. She ain't afraid to let it fly. As Jenna Stevens has it out top, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. And a nice entry pass there to Leah Sandin. She can't get it to go. And then a foul on Abby Burke on the rebound. And it'll go against Stanton.
Well, there's 2 things about that. That was a nice pass. Leah Sandin got the ball in her hands. If she converts that, the basket count to no foul, and now one of your teammates picks up a foul. So that little domino effect, one thing leads to the next.
And now we have another foul in the middle of the court here.
Turnover, double dribble.
Double dribble, actually. So, Brian, what is the key to breaking a press? Put on your coach's hat.
Well, there's 2 things.
This is not good for East Mills right now.
If you got a premier dribbler, you know, she's quick enough, she can navigate through herself. Otherwise, it's usually diagonal passes, and girls have to move without the ball.
Jenna Stevens with a turnaround floater in the lane, no good. Rebound goes to Emily Williams. Now Williams trying to push the pace here. Kicks it out. Natalie Goodman has an open look for 3 in transition. That's in and out. And the rebound to Jenna Stevens. And they will take the last shot here with 19 seconds left on the game clock.
2 for 1 here. If they hold to get the last shot, they can start the quarter with the ball too, Nick.
12 seconds now on the clock. Abby Burke out top. She's going to take a step in 3, and she knocks it down. Abby Burke with the first triple of the game, and it's 9-6 Stanton. 3 seconds on the clock, now 2. Now Emily Williams throws up a prayer, and it's no good, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. It's 9-6 Stanton with the lead here on KMA-FM 99.1 Clorinda, Shenandoah.
Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, a whole lot more. We serve your home. It's our goal to work hard while giving back.
Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim again with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Spider sandwich that people are raving about. A hot and fresh chicken strip on a Sister Schubert dinner roll. It's amazing. Don't forget to use the Cubbies app to save on gas and more. For the Cubbies near you, go to Cubbies.com.
And a welcome back in to Malvern here on KMA-FM 99.1. 9-6 the score. Stanton with the lead here in this first of the girl-boy doubleheader. Two perennial powers in the corner conference in girls basketball going at it tonight. And right now, Stanton has the lead, Brian.
Yeah, that good closing out by three by Burke right there near the quarter end. And they'll see if they can add to this three-point lead.
Abby Burke out top to start the second quarter. Now gets it to Marley Johnson, far side wing. Johnson manned up by Emily Williams. Now Leah Sandin gets the post entry pass to Jenna Stevens. Stevens trying to turn around and shoot it, but it was stolen away from behind by Emily Williams. And then we get a jump ball on the floor. And the possession will go to Stanton, I believe.
Good double down by the Wolverines. When Stevens got the ball and she made an extra move, the defender can come down and double.
I mean, the last time we had a jump ball, the ball went to East Mills, and it just did again.
That was the quarter.
Okay.
Stanton had the ball at the quarter.
Well, just like that, East Mills breaks the press with ease and lays it in. That's Aspen Krause on the bucket, so it's 9-8.
And that's a 5-point swing, or a 4-point swing. If Stanton can score, they can go up by 4 or 5, and now they're just up by 1.
9-8 the score here early in the second quarter. Entry pass to Jenna Stevens down low. She got fouled on the floor by Natalie Goodman.
Yeah, what they want to do, Nick, is they get the ball on one side. They want Stevens to work ball side and kind of create position as she comes across the lane. She did right there. 14 foul on the Wolverines.
Marley Johnson inbound underneath the basket. Gets it to Stevens in the corner. Now gets it back to Marley Johnson underneath. It was knocked away by Emily Williams, but it was out of bounds off of Williams, so the ball will stay with Stanton as Natalie Goodman checks out and the freshman Loicy Palmer checks in.
It's kind of what we thought, kind of a heavyweight match tonight. Two really good squads just kind of battling out. There's a nice shot.
Nice entry pass there to Brooklyn Silva off the inbound, and she lays it in for 2, and it's 11-8 Stanton. Now a kick out to Loicy Palmer here on the other end. Another easily broken press there, Brian, and an easily made bucket there from Mia Goodman, and it's 11-10, and just like that, the offense is starting to pick up.
Well, they broke the press with ease, as you mentioned. They diagonal pass. Girls were moving without the ball, and they got it down and got the 2-on-1 advantage.
Marley Johnson has it out top. 11-10 the score. 6:37 to go in the second quarter. Stanton with the lead on the ball. Abby Burke dumps it down low to Jenna Stevens working on the post, and she lays it in, and an uncharacteristic missed bunny there, and the rebound goes to Aspen Krause of East Mills, and now East Mills gets it across half court. Far side, Emily Williams, a baseline jumper for 2, no good. Rebound to Marley Johnson, and she wants to run. Johnson, 2-on-2. Drives the baseline, tried to draw contact, fall away jumper's no good. Rebound tipped around, and it's controlled by Loicy Palmer, and just keep running up and down the court here, Brian.
Yeah, that's a tough angle. Johnson had the right idea, but just faded away, and he came up just a tad short.
Now a kick over, and a blocked shot there. As Mia Goodman tried to let the jumper fly, and Abby Burke blocked it from behind, and now we have a foul on the other end. Marley Johnson took it in on the fast break, and she got hacked.
Get the feeling that Marley Johnson could just run and run and run for the whole night, can't you?
She absolutely could.
She broke a sweat yet.
It's pretty easy. It was pretty easy for me to learn the numbers here, Brian, because every single girl for Stanton who plays basketball also played volleyball, and they all wore the same numbers for volleyball. And meanwhile, Leah Sandin, who's wearing number 2, gets 2 on the baseline jumper off the inbound.
Well, the best thing for the Stanton Vikings is you score, you can get into that press again, which has been pretty effective.
All right, now East Mills is breaking it with ease. Now Emily Williams has it in the low post, and then a batted pass, and is stolen away by Marley Johnson. Now here comes Sandin on the breakaway. Sandin missed the 2-pointer, the lay-in, and then we have a foul on the rebound as Marley Johnson went over the back.
Again, missed opportunity, run out points. If you score the basket, you get the bonus points, and you don't create the foul. And that's the second foul on Marley Johnson. So that changes things here a little bit, doesn't it, here with 5:32 to go in the second.
Yeah, Marley Johnson, absolutely one of the more valuable players that Stanton has. She has to take a seat due to her 2 fouls, and Riley Burke checks into the game. And now Emily Williams brings it across half court for the Wolverines, and it's stolen away by Abby Burke, and then it's on the floor, scramble for it, and we have another jump ball. It will go to East Mills, I believe, or maybe Stanton. No, it's Stanton. I'm all backwards, Brian.
I know that's their ball, but the missed thing, you don't get a clean handle on that.
No.
You get the possession when you can tie it up at the other team's end, and convert. They had a run out. They had 3-on-1 right there. The Vikings did, and now they're going to have to go against the full contingent of the East Mills defense. Missed opportunity right there for Stanton.
Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. It's 13-10. Stanton has the lead in the ball. Out top, here's Brooklyn Silva, near side Abby Burke. Now try to get it down low to Jenna Stevens. They do, but Emily Williams flying in for the block. It's out of bounds off of her, but a nice swat there, Brian.
It was. Wow, they had Stevens going right where they wanted, but Williams made up a lot of ground and swatted it out where he started.
Her ability to jump off the run, her closeout speed, and her ability to get her arms up is just impressive. As Jenna Stevens takes a deep three, can't get that one to go on the rebound to Loisy Palmer. And I think Palmer already has 3 or 4 rebounds, Brian, in the, 3 or 4 minutes she's been in the game.
Wow, and she's had a couple, benefits of getting ahead of the press and scoring baskets at that end as well.
And another tip pass. But now Natalie Goodman gets it on the far side wing. She lets one fly for 3, and it's out of bounds off the back iron and into the crowd. And so this ball will go to Stanton with 4:41 to go here in the second quarter.
Now, if I'm Abby Burke right there, I don't want that to go out of bounds. I want to keep that ball live because I had some numbers, and I want to push that. And I always like players, if you're going to run and gun, you want to keep the ball on the court as live and continue the mismatches.
Out top, Riley Burke gets it to Jenna Stevens, top of the key. Now Abby Burke for 3. That's no good off the back iron, and the rebound to Emily Williams.
Well, East Mills has struggled a little bit, but boy, they're hanging right in this game, Nick, here as we approach the halfway point.
Well, it sure feels like Stanton is getting the looks they want, but they're not knocking them down. And in the meantime, we have a timeout called by Alexis Moreno on the East Mills sideline. So we will take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KMA-FM.
Internet you can always rely on. Look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
And welcome back into the KMA-FM 99.1. Clarinda Shenandoah. And if you're listening or watching on the KMA video stream, Xstream, we also have that going. So welcome back into you folks as well. 13-10 the score. East Mills with the ball, trailing by 3. As Aspen Krause has it out top for East Mills off the inbound out of the Alexis Moreno timeout. Natalie Goodman has it now to Krause in the corner, driving baseline, feeds it down low to Loisy Palmer, can't get it to go. Emily Williams, the putback, drew the foul, didn't get the bucket, but she'll head to the line.
Well, in a zone, one of the things you have to consider in the zone is you don't have a body to box out. You have to go find somebody. The purple shirts for Stanton did not find the white shirts for East Mills, and, of course, you want to box off Emily Williams.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Williams' first free throw rattles around and in. Touched about every part of the rim. Emily Williams, I mean, I don't think enough people in the corner conference appreciate how good Jenna Stevens and Emily Williams are and how good they have been for 4 years. I mean, these are two players. It's like a Larry Bird, Magic Johnson kind of thing on a smaller scale as Emily Williams knocks in the second free throw. It's 13-12 now.
Yeah, pick a sport, and those two are battling in all of them.
Absolutely. Leah Sannon straight away 3, doesn't get it to go, but Jenna Stevens tracks down the long rebound. Now tried to get it to Abby Burke, and it goes across half court. And it's an over and back, and it
Actually,
will be a
I don't know if that was. I think it hit Jenna Thornburg in the head. So
I thought it was tipped there by Abby Burke before it went across. But
if she would have played it nonchalantly like it did hit her head, I think she would have sold it to the official. But she panicked like she was going to be over and back. Regardless, East Mills with the ball.
And Maya Urban with a three-pointer from the far side wing. No good, way off the mark, and the rebound goes to Abby Burke. Stanton wants to run here. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 13-12 the score, Stanton with the lead. Feed down low to Brooklyn Silva, kick out Jenna Stevens. Wide open for 3. That's no good, off the side of the backboard. And then a rebound goes to Natalie Goodman.
And remember, Marley Johnson on the sidelines right now on the bench with 2 fouls, so Coach Snyder didn't want to pick up number 3.
Out top, here's Jenna Thornburg. Gets it to the high post for Emily Williams, who gets it over to Aspen Krause. The baseline J is no good, and the rebound goes to Riley Burke. And now here comes Abby Burke wanting to run. And she's just going to have it taken away, and then she hits the deck hard. Abby Burke just smoked the floor. They're going to get Emily Williams for a foul, Brian. I don't know. It looks like that was mostly ball.
The official was shielded by Emily and Burke right there. And it looked awkward enough because Burke hit the floor hard, but I think you're right. I think Emily just kind of took the ball away, but that's her second foul, and that's a big one.
So now Marley Johnson and Emily Williams, two of the more important players on both teams, on the bench with 2 fouls. Now Abby Burke has it up top for Stanton. Gets it to Riley Burke in the near side wing. Trying to look for the entry pass to Brooklyn Silva. Instead, it's Stevens out top. Now Burke with a 3 from the wing. No good. And the rebound tipped around and out of bounds as Jenna Thornburg couldn't quite handle the rebound. And
well, I think she was trying to tip it to her teammate. She didn't have a good angle on it, but yeah, it just went out of bounds. Unfortunate, but I think Williams is going to be out right now, and looks like number 20 is in the game.
Williams checked out. Kylie Barrett came into the game. Now Abby Burke with a 3 from the corner hit the top of the backboard. Alexis Moreno saying it went out of bounds. It doesn't matter because now Jenna Thornburg broke away and drew a foul. So if anything, that's almost better for East Mills, as the fouls are starting to rack up for both teams here, Brian.
Well, fatigue, I think, is playing a little bit of factor. These girls, as you mentioned, Nick, have been running up and down. There's been some stoppages, but a few subs coming in by both coaches. But, again, we're still kind of early in the season. You're not 100% where you want to be condition-wise.
So Brooklyn Silva, who just committed that foul, comes out of the game. Checking in is Hannah Olson for Stanton. 13-12 here, the score. Stanton with a 1-point lead. East Mills with the ball. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Out top, it's a 2-point jumper for Mia Goodman. That's no good. Rebound tipped around, and finally stolen away here by Abby Burke. Now here comes Burke.
Yeah, Burke wanted nobody to have that ball but her. That's a nice rip away.
Leah Stanton out top, feeds it down low to Hannah Olson, who just checked into the game, and she just turned it over.
Well, that was the right pass, right move. Olson had the right idea, I think, Nick. She just, like you said, mishandled. So
lost
again,
it out of bounds.
Another missed opportunity right there for the Vi Queens.
Now a easily broken press there, and now a feed down low to Loicy Palmer now on the far side, as that was Kylie Barrett trying to take the shot, and she got swatted by Abby Burke.
Burke knocked it into the green curtain on the stage. Christmas colors, right?
That's right. You gotta love the old school gym here with the stage and the baseline on the left side here. And now it looks like we're going to get it knocked out of bounds just after the inbound, so the ball will stay with East Mills here.
Shot clock will not reset, so, that's one thing you have to kind of consider now as an offense. You've got 24 seconds, but both teams have been pretty good about getting the shots off in that 20-second range.
Inbound out top. This is Barrett with a wide open look. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound goes to Jenna Stevens. Now here comes Abby Burke walking it up the floor. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. 1-point lead for Stanton. They have the ball. Riley Burke out top. Dumps it down to Jenna Stevens. Stevens, nice post move. Still can't finish, though, once again, and she's starting to get a little frustrated.
Well, you're right. That was a gimme. She had the spot. They were going to let her have the basket. She didn't get the right angle. I don't think she followed through on that shot, and now we're in the bonus. East Mills got a chance to take the lead here in the free throw line.
It's 2 or 3 just bunnies, Brian, that you typically see Stevens always make. Just unable to finish those, as at the line here after the Leah Sandin foul. It's Mia Goodman. She knocks down the first free throw to tie the game. It's 13-13. Leah Sandin called for a foul in the midcourt, and now the second shot is off the front of the iron, so Goodman goes 1 for 2 at the line, and we're all knotted up at 13 apiece.
This game feels like Stanton should be about 8 or 10, the way they played, but give credit to the Wolverines. They just kind of hanging around, and Stanton needs to find a little groove right here.
Down low to Hannah Olson. She can't finish. Had a wide open look under the basket. And now we get a rebound, fight for the rebound, and East Mills comes away with it. Running down the far sideline is Natalie Goodman, and she got fouled on the floor by Hannah Olson.
And that's the old sidecar defense where you just like a motorcycle ride the sidecar right alongside it. You can do it for about half a second. The official will go beyond that. They're going to pick you up for a foul. And again, where's East Mills at, Nick?
At the free throw line. It's Natalie Goodman. Her first free throw, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. So this is a bonus now for East Mills for the next minute and 15 seconds here in the first half.
4-0 run by the Wolverines here as we close out the half.
And make that 5-0 as Natalie Goodman goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's 15-13, East Mills with the lead. Abby Burke walks it across half court for the Vi Queens. Riley Burke now on the far side wing. Feed down low to Jenna Stevens, and it just flies right over her head and out of bounds. And right now, Dave Snyder is getting a little frustrated on that sideline. It just feels like Stanton is
done everything right on lots of parts of the games, but
they just can't finish.
They misconvert, miss some free throws, miss opportunities, fouls.
Feed to Loicy Palmer, and now a scramble for the ball on the floor. Now Jenna Thornburg has it. Tried to feed it again to Loicy Palmer. Ball was tipped. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. And now on the far side, Palmer has it in the corner. Gets it out top to Mia Goodman. Now Natalie Goodman with it on the top of the key. Gets in the near side corner to Jenna Thornburg. Nice pump fake. Drives baseline, can't get the shot to go. And then Loicy Palmer got the rebound and drew the foul. And right now, Brian, East Mills is making this run with no Emily Williams on the floor.
Well, and they've done it on the offensive glass. Like, I bet they've got 9 or 10 offensive rebounds here in the first half. And you play a zone. That's one of the risks you run is you don't box out. And the purple-clad White Queens have not done their job, keep making it a one and done. And I think that's allowed East Mills not only to stay in the game but take a lead here, Nick.
Loicy Palmer missed the the first of 2 free throws. Meanwhile, Kyla Hart has checked into the game for Stanton, and that's another free throw missed for Loicy Palmer, so she goes 0 for 2 at the line. Pretty big missed opportunity there from the freshman. And now the shot clock is off. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Abby Burke out top gets it to Hannah Olson. No, she doesn't. It's knocked away, and now here comes Natalie Goodman the other way for East Mills. Goodman thought about the 3, now tried to get it up top to Mia Goodman, and it got stolen away from behind by Jenna Stevens. Now 10 seconds on the clock. Abby Burke with it out top. Kyla Hart with it now on the near side wing. Jenna Stevens out top with 3 seconds. Stevens needs to shoot it. She got it stolen away by Natalie Goodman. Now Goodman with a runner to end the half. Can't get it to go, and that will take us to the end of the first half. It's 15-13, East Mills with the lead. We're going to take a break here for about, we'll call it 10 minutes, and we'll be right back here on KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Hi, this is Alan at Hawkeye Ford, reminding you that we are your destination for new and used vehicles in Southwest Iowa. We accept many options for trade-in with or without wheels to get your deal done. Hawkeye Ford is also your Southwest Iowa WeatherTech headquarters. So come on down with whatever you need to get done to get into a new vehicle for you and your family.
Open registration for spring classes is happening right now at Iowa Western Community College. Spring is closer than you think, and IWCC's Clarinda and Shenandoah Centers have advisors ready to help you with class schedules, specific program information, and class sign-up. Our goal is to help you be successful every step of the way. So while it might feel like fall, it's time to get spring on your brain. Sign up now for spring semester classes with Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah. Now is the time to be you at IW.
All right, we're out with Lewis Central girls wrestling coach, Lewis Central wrestling coach, August Mann. This girls team they've got is a fun one to watch this year. Definitely be one to keep an eye on as the season continues along. And coach, I guess just first off, obviously off to a strong start to the year, at least from an outsider's perspective. What have been your thoughts on the season up to this point?
Yeah, the girls came out blazing.
had things kind of controlled. They were getting some success on their press, getting the Wolverines to turn the ball over, but they missed some really golden opportunities. You thought maybe Jenna Stevens missed 3 or 4 easy putbacks. Abby Burke, Marley Johnson. And then Johnson picked up 2 fouls, and the Stanton offense kind of went kind of stagnant. And East Mills just kind of found a way to kind of hang around. Emily Williams picked up her second foul about 2 minutes ago in the first half, but the Wolverines got to the free throw line, Nick, and catched it in and closed on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, they closed on a 5-0 run without Emily Williams on the floor. So pretty impressive showing from them coming off that heartbreaking loss to their rival Fremont Mills on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Stanton, like you said, they feel like they've gotten the chances. It really felt like, I just tweeted, it felt like they controlled that entire half, but they're losing on the scoreboard. So, I mean, it seems pretty simple, Brian. Key to the second half, is it just make your shots?
Well, one, they got to do a better job of defensive rebounding. They allowed the Wolverines to have about 9 or 10 offensive rebounds, and that you do that, you're going to pick up some fouls down there. Second thing is, when you get looks by the basket, Nick, as you mentioned, they got to convert. When Jenna Stevens gets her hand on the ball and she's 3 feet away from the basket, you hope your senior can cash them in. You know, what she's done consistently the last, 3.5 years. So it's just little things. And Coach Snyder's probably telling the same girls, we get the ball where we want, let's get it in. Because if you score, Nick, you can apply that full court pressure as well.
Yeah. We talked about the battle between Jenna Stevens and Emily Williams. Every time Stanton and East Mills play in any sport, those two are the two superstars, and they have been tonight. But I would say Emily Williams is probably getting the best of that battle right now, especially given the fact that Jenna Stevens really just hasn't made one bucket maybe.
Well, and Williams will get her points, in some open runouts and stuff like that too. And Stevens, to her credit, did have a couple looks at the three. They just a little off.
She has 0 points tonight.
Yeah, so I think tonight, the second half, this first 3 minutes are huge. If Stanton can kind of control the tempo, get some baskets, and apply that pressure, I think they can get some success. If East Mills can find a way, extend this lead, it's going to make Stanton's mountain a little tougher to climb. And again, if you have to look at a must-win, I think it's probably more on the Wolverines because they don't want to go 0-2 here in the conference.
Absolutely. So it's 15-13 the score. East Mills with the lead as we get ready for the second half. The Wolverines will have the ball to start the second half. And the inbound from half court, and we are underway as the inbound goes to Aspen Krause. And immediately it's stolen away by Leah Sandin. Sandin on a breakaway, puts it up. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line. And just like that, Stanton gets to the free throw line 7 seconds into the second half.
The worst start you want for the Wolverines and Coach Lexa Marino, and the best start if you Coach Snyder to get the steal on the inbounds, get a run out, get a chance to get some free throws, and maybe tie this game up, as you mentioned, 7 seconds into the half.
Yeah, so obviously
missed free throw right there. So we're hoping right now, if you're Stanton, to take advantage. Again, Nick, you've got to take advantage of all these opportunities, whether they're put-back shots or free throws.
So Sandin's second free throw is good. So that is 1 for her, and Stanton back within 1. 15-14 to score. East Mills with the lead in the ball. As Mia Goodman has it across half court, gets it up ahead to Maya Urban, and Urban with a floater in the lane. Nicely done there. Good little pass from Mia Goodman.
She went lefty on that.
And a great finish with the left hand. Now Marley Johnson out top gets it to Abby Burke in the near side wing. Burke kicks it out to Stevens, now far side. Now here is Leah Sandin driving the lane. Sandin puts it up, tried to draw the contact, threw it out of bounds. No foul on the play. And wait a second.
The baseline official thought it was off of Stanton, but the outside official got it corrected. It'll stay with the Vikings.
So the ball is off of East Mills out of bounds, and now Marley Johnson inbounded underneath the basket, gets it into Leah Sandin in the backcourt. Now Abby Burke out top. Now Marley Johnson on the near side wing, moves it to the top of the key and sets up the offense. Leah Sandin on the far side wing. Now try a skip pass across court to Marley Johnson, and that's going to be a foul on Emily Williams off the ball, and that's going to be her third of the night, Brian.
Well,
she will immediately have to check out with 7:12 to go in the third quarter.
You can't risk number 4 because at any point of aggressiveness is gone. So now this is your Stanton right now, Nick. This is where you got to make your move.
Remember, at the end of the first half, we saw East Mills make their best run of the game with Emily Williams not on the floor. Meanwhile, Jenna Stevens just missed another easy lay-in, but the rebound went to Maya Urban, and she traveled.
Yeah. And again, another missed opportunity for Stanton. But Coach Snyder's just like, hey, girl, just keep shooting. Keep putting the ball up. You're going to get some of those to fall.
Johnson inbounded, gets it into Stevens in the high post. Now handoff to Johnson, and now Johnson has it out top. She'll set up the offense from the top of the key, and then she just carried.
She's got her hand underneath that ball, Nick, and she tried to do that carry. If you're in the WNBA or the NBA, you probably get away with that.
I probably do.
In the Malvern gym tonight, not so lucky.
So now Natalie Goodman gets into the front court for East Mills. East Mills working from our left to our right. Now a nice entry pass there to Mia Goodman. She kicks it back out now to Maya Urban. Now Urban's going to drive right side, puts it up, and she traveled.
Well, it was a little awkward. I think she thought she might going to have to pass, but nobody was there, Nick, and I think she kind of got caught between shooting or passing, and neither one of them worked out well.
Now out top, here's Marley Johnson as she brings it across half court. Guarded by Maya Urban. Now Johnson's going to drive baseline, spin move, backs down Urban, turn around, floater, and it's blocked by Maya Urban, and Urban comes away with the rebound, and here come the Wolverines.
Nice timing by Maya right there. Just kind of wait until Johnson spun around.
Down low, pass to Mia Goodman, and Mia Goodman knocks it through, and that's a 5-point lead now for East Mills. 19-14 the score.
And every second that ticks away and every point that you can keep a lead with Williams on the bench is a win-win for the Wolverines.
Now in the post, Jenna Stevens gets the feed, puts it up off the glass, still can't get anything to go. Jenna Stevens is absolutely struggling right now. No points on the board for her. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
This is a girl coming in, averaged about 15 points a game.
The baseline jumper there is no good for Aspen Krause, and now here come the Vi Queens with the ball. Lots of missed shots early in the early going here, as that one is a misfired 3 there from Abby Burke, and then Jenna Stevens gets fouled underneath the basket on the rebound. So Stanton, have they made a field goal yet in the second half?
They had the free throw. No, they have not made
a field goal yet.
The free throw 7 seconds in.
Then they're getting good looks. They just can't get anything to go in the bucket, and that is the key to winning basketball games, Brian.
Well, you got to score more than your opponent. That's usually how it works.
Leah Sandin for 3, can't get that one to go, and now the rebound goes to Loisy Palmer, and East Mills coming the other way. East Mills looking to blow this game open, up 5 right now. And now a nice Euro step there, but a missed finish there from Mia Goodman.
It might have been a little quick on the shot.
Aspen Krause.
I think Coach Marino would like to see them take a little time off and kind of shorten this game a little bit. You don't want to give the ball back to a team that's struggling a little bit.
Feed in the post to Jenna Stevens, off the glass, no good. Rebound is fought for, and we're going to get a foul on Jenna Stevens, and that's her first of the night.
Well, that might have been a frustration foul, you think, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't made a single bucket yet. She's 0-4, however many shots she's taken. No points on the night, which, like you said, this is the reigning corner conference player of the year, averaged 16.5 points per game as a junior, and she has no points with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now here is... that was Aspen Krause on the drive.
So Stevens doing her job on the glass and blocks, but the senior's looking for that first point. Get off the snide.
Far side corner, Leah Sandin, step back 3. That's off the glass and no good. Rebound goes to Natalie Goodman, and now here comes the Wolverines with the ball, pushing it up the court.
Well, if you're Stanton right now with Williams on the bench, you're not making any gains right now in this lead.
Long 3 there is off the mark from Maya Urban, and then we get a foul on the rebound. Aspen Krause hit the deck.
Excuse me, foul, because I think Stevens was planted, and that was more of the offensive player bouncing off of her, and Stevens are like, I just stood here, but it doesn't matter because she's picking up foul number 2, Nick.
So Aspen Krause and Mia Goodman come out of the game. And Jenna Thornburg checks in and immediately has the ball off the inbound, feeds it down low, and that is a missed chance there from Maya Urban. Got her own rebound, still couldn't get it to go. Now a scramble for the ball, still a scramble for the ball, and it's finally knocked out of bounds by East Mills, and the ball will
I tell you what, Nick,
to Stanton.
Coach Marino and Coach Thornburg for the Wolverines, if they can keep a lead in here, they can keep Williams on the bench, and she can be kind of aggressive starting the fourth quarter, so they're loving this right now.
With the way Stanton is shooting the ball right now, 5 points just feels like an insurmountable lead. And then we have a timeout. Timeout, Dave Snyder. He wants to talk it over with his Stanton squad. 19-14 the score. East Mills with the lead. 4:25 to go here in the third quarter. We'll be right back here on KMAFM 99.1.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Well, welcome back in to Malvern here on KMAFM 99.1. Clarinda Shenandoah. East Mills with a 19-14 lead here in the first installment of this girl-boy doubleheader. Of course, the boys' game will be following about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this girls' game, so make sure to stay tuned. Keep that radio dial on 99.1, or if you're watching on the KMAX stream, do that as well. But right now, Brian, we have a girls' game that has been a bit of a surprise. East Mills with a 5-point lead. Stanton only has 14 points, one of the higher-scoring games in all of Class 1A, one of the highest-scoring teams, I should say.
They've only got 1 point in this second half.
Yeah.
It's a free throw to start the half.
So now Marley Johnson has it up top for Stanton out of the Dave Snyder timeout. Abby Burke has an open look for three. It wasn't open for very long, though, as Natalie Goodman closed out and blocked the shot. And then the rebound was tipped around and off of Jenna Stevens. So the ball will go to East Mills. And what a huge play there by Natalie Goodman.
It looked like Burke was going to get a three. A good closeout right there. Got a piece of it. And it went off of Stanton Viking in the basket. So East Mills retains possession.
Pass up ahead to Maya Urban. Now a nice feed to Loisy Palmer, but she had that one blocked by Jenna Stevens. Stevens comes away with the rebound, and now Stevens labors back down the floor as a nice outlet pass to Leah Sandin. Sandin traveled. Dave Snyder hates that call, and I'm not sure I agree with it either.
I think that was just a good catch. He had 2 steps, and that was
catching
a great
gather, and Leah Sandin put it up, made the shot, drew the foul, and then they say she traveled before any of that happened, and so it's a turnover. And then Leah Sandin just steals the inbound pass. She says, "I want none of that, Mr. Zebra." As the kick out now to Jenna Stevens out top.
Well, now a little bit more a sense of urgency, I think, by the Vikings. They got to go.
Nice entry pass there to Abby Burke. She had a wide open look. She dropped the ball, fumbled it out of bounds, and now it's off of East Mills, off of Stanton, they say.
Well,
and the ball will go to East Mills.
Looked like a sure backdoor layup right there. Burke couldn't handle it, fumbled it out of bounds, and away we go with the Wolverines bringing it up.
And now we get another. No, wait, what did we just call? What'd they call there, Brian?
Looks like a carry. She got it on her hip right there and stopped the dribble, so a turnover back to the Vikings. So both teams kind of struggling right now.
Yeah, pretty sloppy game so far, and this is what we saw a lot of it against Fremont Mills for East Mills on Tuesday night. It was just kind of neither team could never really get in a rhythm, and that was to East Mills' detriment. But tonight they're leading as Jenna Stevens has it in the post. Kick out Brooklyn Silva. Now Marley Johnson now back down low to Jenna Stevens. Stevens, nice feed to Brooklyn Silva, and there it is. Another lay-in there for Brooklyn Silva, and I'm pretty sure she's the team's leading scorer right now with 6 points.
Stevens credit. Know that she was double-teamed, just waited. Didn't force a shot, Nick, and waited for her teammate clear. That's a big basket. Just kind of almost a sigh of relief.
And
for the
another steal by Leah Sandin. That's her second in the last 2 possessions of East Mills, and now Stanton with a chance to get within 1 or potentially tie this game. Stevens down low. Stevens working in the post, turn around, trying to find a lane, gets it up off the glass, just can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Loisy Palmer underneath, and now a scramble for the ball. Palmer comes back up with it, and now we have a pass up ahead to Maya Urban.
I don't know how that ball didn't go in the hoop. It did everything but go down.
It truly is shocking. I mean, Jenna Stevens has had so many good looks tonight. Everything is just not going in. You can tell she's starting to get frustrated. And we have a timeout from Alexis Moreno, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will stick with you here. Brian, tell me, what do you say for Coach Dave Snyder? They're getting good looks, they're running good offense, but they're still losing.
There's some nights when everything you throw up goes in. There's some nights when everything you throw up doesn't go in. And this is one of those you just got to keep talking to her. Said, look, you're getting the ball right where we want you to have the ball, Nick. 3-4 feet away from the basket. Find a way. You get that first one, you can almost feel it just kind of a collective sigh of relief. But they got the pressure has picked up. I think the little sense of urgency has kicked in for the Vikings. They're a little bit more aggressive in the passing lanes, and now Coach Marino decides to bring Emily Williams in for the last 2:36. So let's see if they go after her and pick up foul number 4.
Emily Williams returns to the game for the first time since the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Her team still leading 19-16. 2:33 to go, and Emily Williams has it in the high post. She got it stripped away from behind. Leah Sandin
has been doing a lot of little things tonight.
3 steals in the last 3 possessions for East Mills for Leah Sandin. Pretty impressive defense, but right now their offense is completely stagnant as Stevens has it out top. Now far side Johnson, Brooklyn Silva underneath. Silva turnaround jumper, that's good. Silva has 8 points. She's the team's leading scorer, and she has been the offense that Stanton needed tonight.
Well, Marley Johnson waited for she cleared out.
And then we get a travel. Loisy Palmer traveled, walking it across half court, and just like that, Stanton will get the ball with a chance to take the lead.
Well, you talked about it. They're a little bit more up-tempo, a little bit sharper cuts right now, Nick, and offense, defense kind of spur each other on right here.
Brooklyn Silva has 8 points. She is the game's leading scorer right now. Out top, here's Marley Johnson on the near side wing. Trying to make a move. Kicks it back out. Top of the key here is Abby Burke. Gets it to Leah Sandin on the far side corner. Now up top, here's Jenna Stevens. Stevens to Burke. Burke on the wing. Looking for an entry pass. Decides not to throw it. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Burke directing traffic. Gets it out top to Marley Johnson. Johnson tried to bounce pass, feed it to Leah Sandin. Got stolen away. Now here comes Jenna Thornburg with a dribble. And Thornburg just about lost the dribble. Now she's getting harassed by Marley Johnson, and Marley Johnson stole it away. And then they get a foul on a reach from Jenna Thornburg, and a really nice couple defensive plays, Brian, turning defense into offense for Stanton.
Well, that was just Marley Johnson with that 5'9", 10 frame right there. Jenna Thornburg kind of got in a spot she didn't have anybody to throw to, and Johnson just took it away from her.
So out top now, Marley Johnson. Johnson working on Maya Urban. Drives baseline, kick out. Brooklyn Silva had an open look, passed it up, dumps it back down. Marley Johnson tried to turn around and throw it up. She drew the foul, and that is foul number 4 on Emily Williams, I believe.
I think it is.
Wow. That could be huge, Brian.
Well, and it was Johnson. Emily Williams, the competitive nature, just kicked in. She just went to close down and double help on the lane, and she just got caught at the wrong spot, Nick, with the body contact. And, yeah, that's a huge turning point right there. Now you're forced to sit her for quite a significant part here, the end of the quarter and maybe the fourth.
Marley Johnson ties the game with the first free throw, and the next one will give Stanton the lead. And this is quite the turnaround right out of that timeout. Whatever Coach Dave Snyder said to her Vikings there in that huddle, it has worked because they have scored 6 straight points since that timeout, and Marley Johnson makes it 7. Well, 20-19, Stanton with the lead.
And now they can extend the pressure a little bit, and you don't have Williams to kind of be that finisher at the end for the Wolverines.
Bringing it up the floor is Mia Goodman. Now Jenna Thornburg. Now kick out, Maya Urban. Now Mia Goodman for a elbow jumper. That's off the backboard, no good. The rebound to Brooklyn Silva, and here comes Stanton. 1 minute to go, 60 seconds.
The length of the Vikings, Nick, has really kind of shown itself here in this third quarter. They've really kind of dominated.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter as Jenna Stevens lost the entry pass, but a smart job to just tip it out to Abby Burke, and now Marley Johnson has it out top. Now here's Abby Burke looking for the entry to Brooklyn Silva. Now kicks it over to Leah Sandin out top. Now here's Marley Johnson, gets it down low to Jenna Stevens. Stevens turn around, puts it up. She gets fouled, and she will head to the free throw line. And this game, Brian, has just been totally flipped on its head in the last 5 minutes.
Well, it started with defensive pressure by the Vikings. They had a couple tournaments, and I think Leah Sandin was the girl that kind of jump-started with a steal, couple steals, batted ball away.
3 steals, 3 possessions in a row. She came away with a steal.
And that just kind of got them going a little bit. And then, of course, the impact with the foul on Williams, her 4th. Now, that's also the 16th foul, Nick. So the rest of the way out, the Vikings are at the free throw line for 1-on-1s.
You're right. Jenna Stevens missed the first free throw. She still has 0 points on the night. Second free throw is no good. So Jenna Stevens just absolutely cannot get anything to go in, and she's running down the court laughing.
She's smiling. It's like, this is one of those things where
one of those nights.
Doing everything I can, Coach. And
they're going to get Leah Sandin for a little tic-tac foul.
But you know what? If you walk out of here with the win, if you're wearing purple and white and Vikings,
if you're Dave Snyder and you come out of here with a win with the way Jenna Stevens has just been unable to score, it would be encouraging. But they have a long way to go. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Stanton leads by 1. Mia Goodman takes it straight to the hole, and then we get a foul on the rebound.
I think that's on Stevens.
And that's going to be on Jenna Stevens.
Nope. Marley Johnson picked up her third. So 2 premier players, or the only 2 girls in foul trouble.
Inbound out top. Here's Jenna Thornburg. Shot clock is off, and it's stolen away by Marley Johnson.
Again, just quick hands. Nick, see how she stuck her hand out there and just kind of snatched it in the passing lane.
Johnson out top with 11 seconds to go here. Johnson top of the key, moves to the wing. She's going to drive baseline with her left hand. Now spins around, tried to put it up, but then kicks it back out. Abby Burke steps into a 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Kylie Barrett, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. We've got a fun one. It's low scoring, but it's exciting here in the Corner Conference. 20-19, Stanton leads on the road here in Malvern. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on the KMA Extreme and KMA FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Malvern here at East Mills High School. 20-19 the score. The lead belongs to Stanton, and so does the ball as we get started in the fourth quarter. Nick Stavas, Brian Bertini here with you on KMA-FM 99.1 and the KMAX stream. Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Go man-to-man defense for the start, the Wolverines. They're going to look for some isolation. They're trying to get the ball down inside the post, Nick. Kind of a concerted effort to do that.
Brooklyn Silva had it out top, now gets it to Jenna Stevens on the free throw line, and then that ball is tipped around, somehow ends up with it. And Brooklyn Silva puts it up, no good, and then the foul on the floor. That was actually Riley Burke who missed that shot.
Well, I think it kind of just ended up in her hands. She took the shot, but a little aggressive on the offensive glass. And again, East Mills wants to keep this where it's at. And I think, Nick, maybe about the 4-minute mark, depending on the score, bringing Emily Williams back in.
Now Loisy Palmer gets it. Out top, Natalie Goodman for three from the wing. That was online, but just long, and the rebound goes to Brooklyn Silva. And now here comes Stanton. Well, 7:20 to go in the game. It's a 1-point lead for Stanton. 20-19 the score. Out top, Riley Burke has it on the far side wing, guarded by Natalie Goodman. Feed down low in the post to Jenna Stevens. Stevens off the glass, still can't get it to go. It's just an easy look, as easy as it gets, and it's just one of those nights for Jenna Stevens. The rebound went to Natalie Goodman, and now she brings it up the floor for East Mills.
Again, if East Mills can just stay within this 1 or 2 point, they can really milk this out until they get Williams back.
Underneath, that is a foul called. Aspen Krause put it up off the glass.
This is a war of attrition tonight. It's just each team battling, foul trouble, offensive woes at both ends. And it's going to come down to somebody maybe making a little bit of a flurry run, Nick, here at the end of this game.
And the first free throw is missed by Aspen Krause. And now Kyla Hart checks back into the game for for Riley Burke. And now the second shot for Krause is good. So we are all knotted up at 20 apiece.
And now both teams' next foul puts each one in the bonus. So it could come down to free throw shooting, Nick.
Out top, here's Abby Burke. Gets it to Leah Sand on the far side wing. Stanton working from our right to left. And now Abby Burke's going to step back and take a three, and she rattles it home. A huge shot there from Abby Burke to put Stanton up by 3 with 6:30 to go.
She's had a couple good looks. The last one was blocked. That time Burke got her feet set, found the end of the basket.
Now Maya Urban moving quickly, drives straight to the rack, can't get Burke it to go. Loisy Palmer out top now. Now underneath to Jenna Stevens, and they tried to get it underneath, and Stevens stole it away. Wow. So now Stanton with the steal, and here comes Abby Burke for the Vi-Queens, bringing it up the floor. Far side, Leah Sandin has the ball, looking for Stevens in the post, gets it out top to Burke, and now here's Burke for 3, and she knocks it down. Wow. Abby Burke.
And that's going to prompt Williams to come in. That's a little 6-0 spurt, 2 baskets by Burke is... Coach Marino says, I can't afford to let this game get too far out of reach, Nick.
Abby Burke is now the game's leading scorer with 9 points as she knocks down 2 triples in a row, and Stanton has a 6-point lead. 26-20 the score, 5:55.
Full timeout.
What do we have going on here, Brian? Full timeout, so we will step aside. Again, 26-20 to go, or 26-20 the score, 5:55 to go here in the game. We'll be right back here on KMA-FM 99.1.
Big box store. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Charkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit RogersRx.com.
And welcome back into KMA-FM 99.1. Malvern is the location tonight. Nick Stavas alongside Brian Bertini with you in an exciting corner conference battle between the 2 top dogs in corner conference girls basketball. And right now, Stanton, on the back of a pair of Abby Burke 3-pointers, has taken a 6-point lead with 5:55 to go in the game, Brian.
Yeah, and Burke just got her feet set to hit the first one, but the confidence stepped up, and boy, she buried the second one, and that prompted Coach Marino for the Wolverines to have to bring in Williams with the 4 fouls, call timeout. So Williams is going to have to be kind of ultra aggressive here, Nick, as she wants to stay in this game.
Williams has it, and then she got fouled by Leah Sandin.
No, I think they're going to say that's on Stevens.
They're going to say that's on Jenna Stevens.
It's going to have to be a 1-and-1.
So the foul on the floor, that is the 7th foul of the half on Stanton, so it will be a 1-and-1. And, of course, the next foul on East Mills, Stanton will also be shooting free throws. So the rest of the way we'll be shooting free throws in this game. 5:50 to go in the fourth. 26-20 the score. Emily Williams at the line after just checking back into the game. And Williams' front end of the 1-and-1 is no good, and the rebound goes to Jenna Stevens. And those are just huge misses, Brian.
Yeah, huge misses. You got to make the front of that.
Now out top, here's Abby Burke. Burke gets it top of the key to Jenna Stevens. Now Marley Johnson out on the far side wing. Now Leah Sandin with an open look for three. In and out. That would have been a huge shot there, but couldn't get it to go.
Yeah,
now the
9-point lead would feel like a huge mountain.
Now here is a drive there from Mia Goodman. Lays it up, no good. Rebound goes to Emily Williams, and she gets the putback.
Wow, nobody boxed it. We talked about her earlier. She's such a good jumper, beats the ball well. That's a 5-point swing right there.
26-22 the score. Leah Sandin out top, feeds the post. Jenna Stevens backing down Mia Goodman. Now the kick back out to Leah Sandin. Almost lost it out of bounds, but got it back. Now here's Abby Burke, top of the key.
Well, she's guarded a little bit closer now, isn't she?
Now Burke.
We'll let her open.
Gets it to Jenna Stevens, back outside. Marley Johnson has a wide open three. She can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Emily Williams.
Good box out by Emily.
Now here comes Williams with a 3-on-3 in transition. Kick out now for three. Here's Mia Goodman. That's no good, and the long rebound goes to Abby Burke. And now Marley Johnson walks it back up the floor for Stanton.
Wow.
4.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 26-22 the score. Leah Sandin has it, and they've run the same play over and over and over. Sandin gets it on the wing, dumps it to the post to Jenna Stevens. Now back outside to Brooklyn Silva. Now back into the post, and now Stevens can't get it to go off the glass, and then we get a tie-up on the rebound. Brooklyn Silva and Emily Williams got involved in a jump ball, and the possession will go to East Mills. And right now, Jenna Stevens still with 0 points. And Brian, this begs me to ask the questions. Do you think that Jenna Stevens has ever played a varsity basketball game in which she has not scored a point?
Well, we're going to find out, because if this is the case, I doubt it. I bet she's found a way in the varsity game, maybe early in her career as a freshman, possibly.
It's been a long time, I'm sure, though.
Yeah, not in the last couple years, that's for sure.
Now Maya Urban with a nice look under the basket, and she gets it to go, and a nice feed in the post. Urban breaks a double team, knocks it in off the glass. It's a 4-0 run, and it's 26-24. 4 minutes to go here in the game. Exciting one here in the corner conference, as is tradition. And then this one is knocked away. Leah Sandin was driving the baseline. It was knocked out by Natalie Goodman. It will stay with Stanton. And this just feels like deja vu.
Well, that one missed
Tuesday
three,
night.
Nick, could have been 29-20. Could have had a whole different feel.
Nice feed inside to Leah Sandin off the inbound. Couldn't finish, though. Jenna Stevens gets it back. And now Leah Sandin off the glass, no good. Stevens gets it back again. Stevens off the glass, and she finally gets it to go. Stevens' first bucket of the night.
That might have been her toughest look. Nick double, triple teamed in an angle, but a huge basket for Jenna and the Vikings as they continue to kind of extend this lead.
Now down low, Mia Goodman on the other side for the Wolverines. Can't get that one to go in the rebound to Jenna Stevens, and she just looks gassed right now. She is playing her guts out, and an especially frustrating night for Jenna Stevens. Now out top, here's Marley Johnson. Gets it to Abby Burke on the near side wing. 3.5 minutes to go. Far side, Marley Johnson has it. Now here's Leah Sandin. Pump fake. Nice runner in the lane. Can't get it to go, though, and the rebound goes to Sandin. Nicely done there by Leah Sandin to track down the rebound. And now out top, Marley Johnson will reset. 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Time off the clock here.
3 minutes. 3 minutes now to go in the game. Silva gets it to Johnson in the far side corner. Now Stevens in the post. Stevens backs down. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound to Brooklyn Silva, though. That one's tipped around. And finally coming up with the ball is Maya Urban. And now here comes East Mills the other way. Outlet pass to Emily Williams, but Stanton got back. Nicely done there by the Vikings. Kick out for Aspen Krause for three. No good, but the rebound from Maya Urban, and she puts it back up and in. 28-26 the score.
Stevens just signaled, put their hand on top of her head. She says, Coach, I need some oxygen. Coach Snyder says, you're going to keep playing.
Too bad. 2.5 minutes to go. 28-26 the score. Stanton with the lead. Out top, here's Marley Johnson on the near side wing. Gets it to Abby Burke. Burke had an open look for three, but a nice closeout there, and Burke decided not to take it. Now Sandin gets it to Burke on the near side wing. Now here's Brooklyn Silva, kick out, Marley Johnson. Leah Sandin, a wide open look from the far side corner. It's good. Leah Sandin, absolute nails on the three-point shot, and it's a 5-point lead for Stanton with 2 minutes to go.
Good ball reversal, good decisions, and Sandin again hits another clutch shot.
A couple clutch threes in this game by Abby Burke, and Leah Sandin has put Stanton in control of it. And meanwhile, Maya Urban just missed a three-pointer on the other end, and now here comes Stanton again with the ball. And we get a timeout, Dave Snyder. 1:48 to go in the game. Stanton in control of this one with a 5-point lead. And we will step aside for 30 seconds here on the KMA Extreme and KMA FM 99.1.
people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Welcome back into Malvern. Nick Stavis here with you alongside Brian Bertini, bringing you the finale of an exciting corner conference game as East Mills trailing at home to Stanton. 31-26, the Vikings with the lead.
Well, Nick, we had 15-13 and a half, and 20-19 to end of 3, and I bet in the last 3.5 minutes we've had more scoring than we've had in about the last quarter and a half, but a little bit more sense of urgency on both squads. Emily Williams playing with 4 fouls, both teams in the bonus. Yeah. And Jenna Stevens finally got off this night and got her first bucket, a little bit ago, 1:48 to go, and this game's going to come down the wire, isn't it?
Absolutely. Leah Sandin and Abby Burke have hit a couple of huge three-pointers to put their Stanton Vikings in control. Now with a minute 48, it's Marley Johnson inbounded from underneath the basket. Nice inbound play to Stanton. Then Brooklyn Silva got the rebound off the miss, and Silva knocks it home. And it's a 7-point lead now for Stanton.
Silva, right place, right time. That's a big basket right there. Now they get that 7-point lead.
East Mills spreading the floor. Here's Thornburg. Gets it out top to Maya Urban. Urban's going to drive on a screen from Emily Williams. Urban just threw up a shot trying to draw contact. Couldn't get it to go. Now Loisy Palmer putting in work underneath. And then 2 girls just hit the deck hard. Johnson and Palmer. And it looks like, what did they call it? Did they call a foul or a tie-up? They called a tie-up. So possession goes to Stanton. And it's 33-26. Stanton with a 7-point lead. A minute 20 to go. And they have the ball in full control here. Marley Johnson out top.
Take some time off the clock here and really limit the possessions.
Leah Sandin doesn't want to. She just cruises in for a layup and the dagger on the baseline. Well, 9-point lead now for Stanton with a minute to go.
Player of the game, it might be her because she's done all the little things. And boy, I tell you what, you talk about impact baskets or steal nicks, it's been Leah Sandin whose name you called tonight.
And Lexi Moreno will take the timeout on the East Mills bench. We'll stay with you here for this one. Brian, what a gutsy performance here from Dave Snyder's squad. Obviously, it's not over, but up 9 with a minute to go. They are pretty much in control of this game. I mean, your best player, the conference player, the year from a year ago, averaging 15 points a game. She comes in, she scores 2 points, but your team's still going to come away with a road win in the conference.
That's a sign of a good squad. You find ways to win when things aren't going the best. They hung around. They had some rough start early. It was their defense tonight, Nick, that kind of jump-started them in the first half, and then right in the second half. And then, of course, Abby Burke, those were 2 big threes when she went back-to-back and bulged that up to 6 points. And East Mills got it within 2, 26-24. But then the offense kicked over. Leah Sandin had got a steal, and then that run-out point basket right there. And now Coach Snyder's team in firm control here. And you're telling him right now, hey, girls, we're going to go down, and we don't really need to score unless they're layups or free throws. What we don't want to do is allow wide open threes or putbacks and foul, because the foul stops the clock and allows the Wolverines to score. The time stops. So see how this plays out.
67 seconds to go in this one. East Mills with the ball in the inbound after the timeout. Here's Maya Urban out top on the far side wing, trying to get it down low to Emily Williams. She does. Williams up off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Stevens, but she threw it back in, and it goes back to East Mills. Now Jenna Thornburg on the near side. Thornburg with the ball and a poked away by Marley Johnson. East Mills needs to go here. 51 seconds, still trailing by 9. Far side, here's Mia Goodman driving. Goodman puts it up off the glass. She traveled, though. She traveled before she got the shot up. Well, and right now, Stanton looks like they're going to win this game. 45 seconds to go. It's 35-26.
Inbound the ball. Get it to your best free throw shooters here, and there's one of them right there, the quarterback tonight, Marley Johnson.
And they're not going to foul, though. 40 seconds to go now, and East Mills is just standing around. It looks like they're just going to write this one off, I guess, Brian.
Well,
now Marley Johnson underneath. Johnson's going to put it up off the glass. No good. Got her own rebound. Johnson kicks it back out for Burke. Burke got a wide open 3. She wanted it, but she thought better of it, and she kicks it back out top, and that looks like it's just going to be the end of the game. Are you a little surprised East Mills didn't even try?
I would try to foul at least, the way Stanton shot the ball tonight. Missed. It's still 1-and-1s to go, Nick. But as you mentioned, we're just going to call it a game, and that's going to be it. And it's going to be an impressive win for the Vikings here to come into Malvern on the road.
Yeah, you talk about that again. Quick recap here before I got to go get interviews. But, Brian, We talked about Jenna Stevens so much in the pregame. She was pretty much a non-factor. Obviously, a lot of rebounds, a lot of blocks. She played really well defensively, but scoring-wise, total non-factor. But still, Stanton is able to come in and get a 9-point win on the road in a conference game. That just shows you how good this team is, and it really feels like the sky's the limit for the Vikings.
Well, two girls. Brooklyn Silver had some huge baskets, as you mentioned. She's leading scorer for a while, and Leah Sandin did a great job.
And Abby Burke.
Yep. Stanton goes to 3-1, 2-0 in the conference now.
And Stanton goes to 4-0.
4-0. Excuse me. Yeah, 4-0. I'm sorry. They're going to have next week. They'll go to Essex, so that's a good chance for them. But huge win for Dave Snyder, his squad, to find a way to win when it wasn't going well. East Mills, they've lost 3 in a row now, Nick.
Yeah, they have. East Mills drops to 3-3 on the season.
2-3.
Not where they want to be right now in terms of the corner conference. Meanwhile, Stanton is right where they want to be. Top of the table, as they say in English soccer. And it is another win for Stanton. 35-26 the final score. Stay with us here on KMA-FM 99.1. We're bringing you the boys game between these two teams in about 15 minutes. We'll be right back with the boys game here on KMA-FM 99.1 Clarinda Shenandoah and the KMAX stream.
Remind you that we are your local Chevrolet, Buick, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Chrysler dealer. With straightforward pricing, transparent trade appraisals, and no finance manager to deal with, we make your purchase the easiest you've ever experienced. That's our promise to you. And with an express lane for quick oil changes open 6 days a week, our service department is sure to impress you as well. Shore Motor Company in Clarinda, proudly supporting local high school sports.
Well, the KMA Sports Wrestling Pulse is back as we take a look at 3 of the top wrestlers across the state once again. And we're going to begin things in Class 1A with Westwood's Jackson DeWald. He has had a fantastic career. There's been one thing missing from that so far, and that's his state championship after back-to-back heartbreaking losses in championship matches. However, if the start to his senior season is any indication, this might be the year DeWald gets it done. Jackson, I know we're still in the early stages of the senior wrestling season for you, but early on, what have been your thoughts on what you've been able to do so far this season?
I've been able to do a lot. I've been going hard. I had some good practice partners, so yeah, it's been a good first part of the year, beginning of the season. I'm just looking forward to really getting going and picking it up here and carrying it over as the year goes on.
You were coming into the season off of a really productive football season, and I know kind of the style you guys played as well can be a little grueling. So, how are the legs? How was the body feeling heading into the year?
I'm actually feeling really well. Any injuries I had in football healed up really well. They went away pretty quickly, so not really suffering from anything anymore. Yeah, looking back, like last year, with the broken foot, nothing really compares to that. So I think where we're at now is 100 times better than last year.
Yeah, for you, you obviously had a great career. I know you're still looking for that state title, and you've been really, really close the last couple of years. How much of a motivator maybe is that coming into this year?
It's a big motivator. It's kind of like the everyday motivation of why do I work as hard as I do? Why do I need to push myself beyond what I think I can do? The reason I lift hard, it's just the reason I go hard day in and day out, 5-6 days a week.
So obviously with the success that you've had, there's always room for improvement, though. Where do you feel you've improved from last year to this year?
I think I've improved on my feet a lot. This summer, wrestling freestyle and Greco, I worked on my shots, getting to my shots, and I'm more comfortable getting to them and finishing them. And then my top work has gotten a lot better pressure-wise, breaking people down, and then ultimately being able to put them away instead of just getting back.
You're talking Jackson DeWald of Westwood. Looking ahead now to the rest of the season, of course, you've got very lofty goals. For you to accomplish those, what do you have to do throughout the season?
Just to get that state title and be a dominant wrestler this year, I just have to keep working hard, keep lifting hard, working on the conditioning every day, work on getting to those shots more, finishing those shots cleanly. Yeah, it's just it's a season for a reason, and you keep working all year long. So it's just kind of doing what you're doing all year and doing it better and better every day.
And up next is a two-time state champion looking to be a three-timer. We're talking about Cale Peterson of Greene County. He beat Eli Becerra of Missouri Valley in his sophomore year at the state finals. That was when Peterson was wrestling at West Fork Sheffield. He then transferred to Greene County and had a dominant season last year to win a state title. All right, Cale. First off, senior season underway now. You've got a fantastic career, and I know you're by no means done wrestling after this year. But right now, early stages of the senior season. What are the thoughts? How are you feeling at the moment?
I feel good. I mean, first, we're supposed to have our first duel on Tuesday, and that ended up getting canceled due to weather. So we just had the Independence tournament, the Cliff King invite this weekend, and I went there and I wrestled hard. I wrestled at 132. I'm gonna get to 126 this season, which is what I planned on going. But I wrestled 132, and the guys were bigger. And I mean, I feel like I wrestled well. I feel like I executed a lot of my offense, and I feel like I got my shots. And overall, it was just a really good tournament. And I'm really excited for what this senior season has to bring for me. So
yeah, I know the Cliff King is always a tournament that has a lot of great competition. How important is it for you early on in the year to be able to test yourself against really good wrestlers like that?
Yeah, it's important to me. I mean, honestly, all matches are important to me. But the bigger tournaments during the season are a lot more important. I mean, because I know that there's going to be, like, for instance, at the Cliff King, there was kids from out of state, and I mean, they're definitely tough opponents. So I mean, at these bigger tournaments, there's going to be teams from 1A, 2A, and 3A all there. So I mean, those tournaments are kind of more important to me just because of the competition that's lying in those brackets. And I mean, I just love those tournaments during the season.
State championship as a sophomore, and then you go to Greene County state championship. Where do you feel the improvements have come from your junior year to your senior year now?
Definitely my top. I feel like I've really improved on my top because me and Coach Siebold really emphasized that during the summer, because last year I was all right. I mean, I would try for a turn, maybe once in a few matches, but I was last year I was more of a on my feet, just kind of take them down and cut them and take them down and cut them. Yeah, me and Coach Siebold really worked on the top position. Just because I mean, you gotta be able to execute through all three positions, and he really didn't feel like I was executing enough on top. So that's the major position that I've gotten better in. I mean, honestly, aside from that, it probably have to be my mindset. Last year and all the other years I kind of got better at it last year, but like my mindset was just. If a guy was really good and I knew he was good, I kind of backed down a little bit, and I mean that's I took a couple of tough losses through my seasons just because of that, and if that wasn't the case, I definitely feel like I could have won those matches, but yeah, the two top are definitely my mindset and the top position. So.
For you offensively, you go back to your career so far. What are the things that you feel you do well? If somebody's never watched you wrestle and they watch you for the first time, what are going to be the things that you think they take away from your skill set and what you want to do?
Definitely my quickness. I mean, I honestly, if some people who have never watched me. Like this weekend, I had a couple people come up to me and just tell me that, hey man, you're really quick. You're about the quickest kid I've seen out of this whole tournament in a long time. So I mean, if you've never watched me wrestle, you're gonna be in for a show because I love to be quick and I like to get at it and attack right away and be hard on guys. So
yeah, and it has been a lot of fun to watch throughout your career. Coming Cale Peterson of Greene County. Looking ahead to the rest of the year, of course, it's a very long season. We're just getting started. What's the approach for you? What do you need to do to have the type of season that you want to have?
Like I said before, I need to have a good mindset. I need to not worry about who I'm wrestling or what they've accomplished. I need to obviously go to tournaments, wrestle, and then improve on what I think I need to improve on. Get done wrestling next day, go to practice, work on some skills that I thought I didn't execute well. And I mean something that everyone's got to do is obviously weight management. I went to a tournament a couple weeks ago, Super 32 out in North Carolina. I was supposed to wrestle 120 and I didn't really execute my weight management very well. So I didn't really wrestle. I didn't wrestle my best, and that obviously showed. So I've been improving on that. And I'm back to where I was.
And we end today with not just one of the top wrestlers in the state, and not just one of the top wrestlers in the entire country, but I think you can call him one of the best wrestlers in the world, and that's because he was a world champion this past summer. We're talking about Ben Keeter of Iowa City High, a 3-time state champion. He's done amazing things already in the sport, and he's hoping for another big season. All right, Ben, I guess just first off, obviously you're always wrestling. You've had a great career, but it's senior year now for you there in Iowa City. How are you feeling right now? What are kind of the thoughts on the early stages of your season up to this point?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, senior year, just really making sure that I enjoy that and realizing that it only happens one time, you know, like it's only going to happen once, and then once it's done forever. So just enjoying that, enjoying it with my teammates, my coaches. Last time they'll be coaching me, so just really living in the moment, I would say, not looking too far ahead at, I guess you could say, the state tournament or the next big tournament. Just kind of living in the day-to-day and really enjoying the process. I would say it's the biggest thing I'm focusing on my senior year.
You're obviously always very busy with football and wrestling and everything else. Just kind of fill us in on off-season wise. What did that look like for you to get you ready for this wrestling season?
Yeah, so I wrestled at the World Championship this summer, so my off-season wasn't really like it usually is. Like I usually take a good break off of wrestling, but it was I made the world team, and it's like I gotta go over there and win this thing. So it was pretty much another season in the summer, I guess you could say, just another grind, and then on top of that, getting ready for the football season. But yeah, I mean, I'm in full swing right now for wrestling and doing that, and I'm taking some time off football for a little bit, not doing any football workouts. But I'm actually playing in the All-American Bowl this winter break, so I gotta start doing some workouts with my head football coach and getting ready for that. But it wouldn't be possible if I didn't have great coaches. I mean, they talk every day, so they really know what's going on. If I'm not at this workout, it's because I'm at another one, and they really always know what's going on. So I'm super grateful for that. But yeah.
We're talking about Ben Keeter of Iowa City High, to play football and wrestle, by the way, at the University of Iowa. I know you mentioned the world things, being able to wrestle in Bulgaria this past summer. How eye-opening of an experience is that in itself?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think I tell this to everybody. My favorite part was just watching all the other countries warm up and practice, because we all stay in the same hotel, so just be able to see how they do things, and if it's different, and it is a little different. Like before matches, they get their heart blowout in their warm up like right before their match, whereas the Americans we get work out a good hour or hour and a half before we work out and our wrestle, and then we cool down a little bit and kind of fine tune right before the match. But it was really eye opening to see like where I was at on the world stage and if I could compete, and I mean, I did, so I was really enjoyable. But yeah, it was just a super great experience. I'm glad I got to experience it, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it next summer with football starting for Iowa.
You've had a great wrestling career so far. Your senior season off to a great start, big showing at the Donnybrook last week. Where do you feel from junior year to now? You have grown the most as a wrestler.
I would say just having like a love for the sport. I mean, it's kind of hard not having like high level matches, I guess you could say. Like my teammate Gabe Barnum has. I mean, he wrestled third ranked kid in the country, I think, and like fourth ranked, I want to say. So him being able to train for something like that, it's really easy to stay motivated and stuff like that. But when I'm not able to wrestle the top tier kids in the country, it can be not as motivating sometimes. But I just got to understand like why I'm doing it, and just really developing a love for that. And that's, I think, something I didn't have last year. I just kind of look at it as a job last year, just go and practice because I had to, and not really enjoy the process as much. But this year I'm kind of developing a love for it, I guess you could say, again, and just being able to enjoy every day, enjoy every practice, just continue to get better, no matter the circumstances.
Obviously, the end goal of the high school season is to be wrestling your best on the Saturday night in February, the final night of the season. For you to do that, what do you have to do? How do you have to approach this season?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that's in February, so it's a long time away, and obviously I think about it a lot, but it can't take me off track of what I need to do now. So it's always in the back of my head, and I'm aware of it, but I'm I'm more focused on what I need to do now and how I can get better today for tomorrow. I guess you could say, or the state tournament. So it's just really understanding that that's a long ways away and just getting better today. And then once the day's over, getting better tomorrow. Just really living in the moment.
So there you go, three more very talented wrestlers from across the state coming up to join us on the KMA airwaves. Thanks to Jackson DeWald of Westwood, Cale Peterson of Greene County, and Ben Keeter of Iowa City High. We'll be back next week with three more of those for KMA Sports. I'm Trevor Matter.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
And a welcome back into Malvern. Nick Stavis alongside Brian Bertini after that wild girls game. Stanton coming away with the win, 35-26 in that one. Now we're ready for the boys' rendition of this girl-boy doubleheader, I guess you would say. And first of all, Brian, just give me your final reaction on that girls' game since we had to run away so fast.
Well, typically it was Stanton seemed to have control of that. They just couldn't find baskets. They found a way. East Mills valiantly hung around. In fact, had a lead of 5 points, I think 19-14 at one time in the first half. Foul trouble kind of doomed the Wolverines. Emily Williams picked up her fourth late in the third. And then Abby Burke hit back-to-back threes. And then a girl named Leah Sandin just seemed to be everywhere on defense right there. Got a couple steals, couple run-out points. And Coach Snyder's team kind of closed out with a nice victory, and they continue being undefeated. And the number 7 team in Class 1A found a way to win when everything wasn't clicking tonight, especially Jenna Stevens. But I think we're going to see a few more points in this second game tonight, Nick.
Yeah, we absolutely should. So, Brian, let's talk about this boys' game. East Mills, the home team tonight really looks good. They're 4-0 on the season right now. I called their game against Fremont Mills on Tuesday night. You know, they won by 21, but they were up by 32 in the fourth quarter before they cleared the bench. So, Brian, this is a team that really feels like the sky's the limit for these guys. What are you expecting tonight from this East Mills team?
I think a lot what you've seen. I think a lot of Braden West, and I think a lot of Mason Krause. In fact, Mason Krause has got something kind of special tonight. He's 8 points away from being maybe East Mills' all-time leading boys scorer in basketball. So there's a pretty good chance the way he can put points in. He's averaging 18 a game. Not out of the realm of possibility he gets this early, but this team is built by offense. They run, they press, they've got some height. They've got guys like Braden West and Jarrett Jantz that go 6'4", 6'5". But Stanton, hey, they've got some players too. Nola Greben, 18 points. Josh Martin, 9.7 rebounds. And we got a really good second half tonight. Close this out. So I think it's going to be a case of East Mills wants to get out and run and press and really get this game in kind of an up and down. I think Stanton would prefer to maybe keep it a little bit more low scoring, Nick.
Well, the microphone stopped working here. The PA system stopped working here in the gym, so they're not even going to announce the starting lineups. They're just going to start playing basketball. Love to see it. The starting lineups, though, first for the Stanton Vikings, the visiting Stanton Vikings, Kywin Tibbin, Nolan Greben, Joshua Martin, Evan Gettler, and Gavin Ford. And for the home team, the East Mills Wolverines, it's Davis McGrew, Mason Krause, Jackson Embry, Braden West, and Peyton Embry. And we are underway here with the tip controlled by Braden West. And East Mills has the ball first. Davis McGrew has it, and McGrew's going to drive, puts it up off the glass, gets it to go. Davis McGrew just like that.
Well, he liked the matchup that he saw. He had one-on-one man-to-man defense, but the Vikings were out of the shoot, and McGrew said, I'm going to have none of that. I'll take the ball to the basket.
Now inside, that was Greben trying to get it to go, couldn't do so. Now here comes Jackson Embry, gets it off to McGrew. McGrew passed up an open look, tried to feed it down low to Peyton Embry, and it got kicked out of bounds by Stanton, so it will stay with East Mills. Now the inbound there underneath, and Mason Krause. So Mason Krause inbounded it.
Well, he tried
Braden West accidentally
not to catch it, but
Braden West accidentally tipped it back to him. He couldn't handle the pass, and Krause was still standing out of bounds when he caught the pass.
Kind of landed right in his lap. He goes, I don't know what else I'm going to do.
So it's a turnover there, and now Stanton with the ball.
Both teams opening up man-to-man defense.
Up top, here's Evan Gettler. Gets it over to Nolan Greben in the near side wing. Now Greben carried.
Yeah, he slid that foot slid a little bit right there, and his foot slid. So Get a little moisture in here. It's kind of been moist outside. Sometimes you get in the gym, it gets a little heat, you get a little extra humidity, and we saw a couple girls in the girls' game slip, didn't we, Nick?
We absolutely did, yeah. It's a little bit of a wet court here tonight as the pass down low to Braden West in the post, and he gets fouled and one. Braden West is such a dominant presence when he gets down low, and he can also step outside and hit threes. This guy is the complete package, Brian, especially on a 1A basketball court.
Well, and they've got shooters, they've got defenders, they've got guys that can get out and run, they've got role players. Yeah, Coach Schaefer and Coach Doyle for the Wolverines, they've got a lot of the right pieces, and they'd like to see, like I said, make a deep tournament run, but it's going to start by defending your home court, and that's tonight.
West couldn't complete the three-point play, but Davis McGrew tracked down the long rebound, and now here's West on the far side wing again, working on Nolan Grebin. Tried to get it out to Mason Krause. It got tipped out of bounds. And like you said, Brian, Mason Krause needs 8 points tonight to become East Mill's all-time leading scorer, and we got a pretty full crowd here on hand to see that if it does happen. And now Davis McGrew out here.
But he's not going to force shots. That's one thing I like about Mason, watching him over the years. He just waits, takes shots when they come to him and doesn't force shots.
And now here's Krause putting it up off the glass and gets it to go on the baseline drive. Nicely done by Mason Krause.
Well, he's got such a good, quick first step, and he finishes well.
6-0 East Mills here, 6:26 to go in the first quarter, and then that one is tipped out of bounds off of Gavin Ford, so that's another turnover for Stanton, and the ball will go back to East Mills.
Well, this is the start Coach Schaefer and his Wolverines love. They like to get out and and then they can really ramp up the defense.
Now near side corner, driving baseline is Mason Krause. Nice feed inside to Braden West, and the chemistry between this team right now is just as good as it gets. It's an 8-0 lead here early for East Mills.
Wow, yeah, I'll get you the ball, you get me the ball. Kind of like you said, return the favor.
Grebin kicks it out far side. Gavin Ford for three, no good. Rebound underneath for Joshua Martin, and he gets the putback to go. So the first bucket of the game tonight.
Average about 10 points a game, and there's an offensive rebound putback. It's nice for them to get on the board for the Vikings.
Out top, Davis McGrew gets at the corner for Mason Krause. Now McGrew on the baseline. McGrew finds West inside, and West just lays it in. It's unstoppable. You can't stop him. West stands 6'6", and he is just an absolute presence. And not only is he 6'6", though, his ball skills are fantastic.
Yeah, he jumps well as well. He's got extra long arms. Don't you feel like he probably got a wingspan of about a 6'9" guy?
Meanwhile, there's a straightaway three for Joshua Martin. Knocks it down. Or excuse me, that's actually Evan Gettler who knocked down the three. So Stanton hanging in there right now. 10-5 to score. Mason Krause on the near side baseline. Kicks it out to Braden West, top of the key. He takes a straightaway three. That's just long. Krause with the offensive board, though. Krause got it stolen away, and now the ball rolling into the backcourt. Krause tracks it down, gets it to Jackson Embry. A lob for Braden West. West draws contact and one. Braden West, how do you do?
Well, you hang around the basket. You keep fighting. He put himself in a position, Nick, to get an offensive rebound. Was right there. A good entry pass, and as you mentioned, West is 6'6" frame right there. Benefited.
His free throw, he short arms it again. That's one thing when I interviewed him after the Fremont Mills game. He said, I have to start making free throws. Those are free points. And he even used the word inexcusable, Brian. So this is a kid who obviously he's hard on himself. And I think that's the mark of a really good player, is that's a airballed lay in there for Nolan Grebin.
He knows he's going to get fouled being that size around the basket. You're going to get a lot of opportunities. Like you said, those are free points.
Near side, Mason Krause gets it down to West. Now the kick out. Now he gets it back down to Peyton Embry. Embry kick out to Krause. An open three in the corner. Can't get it to go. Rebound, tipped around. It goes out of bounds off of Stanton. Off of Kywin Tibbin.
Good athletes on the floor for both teams right now.
Now Braden West in the far side corner feeds the post. Mason Krause gets underneath the defense and just an easy bucket there. And we get a timeout. Jeff Grebin. Just a dream start here for East Mills. 14-5 the score. Wolverines in full control in the early going. We'll be right back in 30 seconds here on KMA-FM 99.1.
Do more with your money at TS Bank. Whether it's saving a little extra cash each month or creating a long-term strategy, their goal is to help you transform your financial life. At TS Bank, they ignite prosperity by helping clients do more with their money. Visit one of the Southwest Iowa locations in Traynor, Council Bluffs, Atlantic, or Corning today. TS Bank, member FDIC.
And a welcome back in to Malvern. Nick Stavas and Brian Bertini with you tonight in East Mills High School in this corner conference doubleheader. Stanton girls got the best of the first installment of this doubleheader, 35-26. Stanton able to come away with a win in a pretty sloppy game, but they get to 4-0, and now they kind of the opposite here is East Mills trying to get to 4-0. Now we have a stoppage coming out of the timeout on the inbound.
Well,
looks
the
like
clock
scores table
reset,
confusion.
Yeah, the timer on the timeout hadn't reset, so everything all connected. Shot clock, timer. We don't have a mic that works, so.
14-5 the score. 9-point lead here for East Mills in the early going. Out top is Gavin Ford for Stanton. Ford's going to drive. Backs it out, now kicks it back out top to Nolan Grebin, who just took a long three.
Went over the top of the, hit the top of the backboard.
I guess it went over the top of the backboard, so it's a turnover there for Nolan Grebin, and now it'll be Zach Thornburg to walk it up. First time we've seen him tonight. He and Davis McGrew split minutes there running the point for East Mills. Both do a fantastic job. Kevin Schaefer said it's nice when you have two starting point guards. And now feed down low for Jared Jentz. Jentz can't get it to go. Now the rebound goes to Stanton. Now here comes Kywin Tibbin. Kick it out to Nolan Grebin. Grebin breaks some ankles, pulls up for three, but can't get it to go. And Tibbin comes down with a rebound again, though. Now here's Evan Gettler, a floater in the lane. That goes.
Nice offensive push by the Vikings right there. They need those points. You got to stay within striking. You don't want the Wolverines to get out and get a huge, big lead. They can just run away and hide.
Jared Jentz with the ball now kicks it back out. Top of the key, Jackson Embry. Right back down to Jentz, and Jentz just lays it in. Jared Jentz is a 6'6" center who comes off the bench for East Mills. And we're talking about a 1A school here, Brian.
Nick, you notice the passing angles? Everything was shoulder above right there. You get the big guys up right where they can handle it, where only they can catch it.
A long three there from Evan Gettler. Welcome to the show, Mr. Gettler, as he knocks that one down. Nice stroke. And it's 16-10. Stanton just hanging around.
Well, they've had a couple threes at crucial times, like I said, to keep them within striking distance.
Down low to Jentz on the low post. Now kick out. Zach Thornburg thought about the three. Gets it to Mason Krause. Krause fakes. Gets his defender in the air. Kick out. Jared Jentz for three in the corner. That's in and out. Rebound to Krause, though. Krause puts it back up off the back iron and in.
Mason right there just waited. Got the fortunate bounce that kicked out. He's 2 points away, I think, Nick.
Yeah, how many does he have right now? He has 6 points. He needs one more bucket to break the all-time scoring record for East Mills boys basketball. Now inside, there is Martin, rolled all the way around the rim and then dropped back out. No good, and the rebound goes to Zach Thornburg. And my guess is Mason Krause is going to get the shot here on this possession. Maybe not, though. Braden West in the corner. Faked the three, kicks it out. Jackson Embry, top of the key. Now Braden West takes it a three, and that's no good, and the rebound tipped around. It goes to Stanton. Now here comes Kywin Tibbin. Tibbin flying in on the baseline, tried to draw contact, could not do so. Rebound goes to Jared Jentz. And the ref's really letting them play here, as here comes Zach Thornburg. Minute 46 to go in the first quarter. 18-10 the score. East Mills with the lead. Braden West drives baseline, puts it off the glass. It's good. Braden West has 8 points tonight.
Well, he's quick first step, and he keeps the ball up, and he jumps so well. And he's got a high release. It's just tough to defend.
Now out top, here's Gavin Ford. Had it knocked away, but able to track it down was Kywin Tibbin. Then Tibbin hit the ground. Tibbin wanted a foul. This is a very physical game here early, Brian, and not a lot of whistles. I'm kind of enjoying it.
They're letting them play. But, again, both teams have been up and down, and when there's been some contact, it's been, it's not malicious contact, it's just kind of aggressive, intense contact.
Nolan Grebin gets the inbound. 20-10 the score. East Mills with the lead. A minute 20 to go here in the first quarter. Out top, here's Joshua Martin. Gets it over to the far side wing to Evan Gettler. Gettler, nice spin around in the lane, but couldn't get the floater to go. It was saved, though, by Brody Gibbs, and then it was knocked out of bounds off of Stanton, so the ball will go to East Mills. Nice hustle play there by Gibbs off the bench. Just checked into the game, but unable to save it. And now here comes Zach Thornburg walking it up the floor for East Mills. 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 10-point lead for the Wolverines. Mason Krause with the ball. He needs just one bucket to break the all-time record of career scoring for East Mills boys basketball. Thornburg with it out top now. Gets into the corner. Braden West faked the three. Faked the jab step. Now the kick back out to Thornburg. Now to Mason Krause. Krause one-on-one. He's just going to pull up for three. It's no good. Off the back iron. Long rebound goes to Stanton. That's Evan Gettler with the board. Gets it up ahead to Nolan Grebin. Grebin outside, gets it back to Gettler, top of the key. He's going to pull up for a deep three, just short on the shot. Had a good line, though. Now the rebound to Zach Thornburg. Thornburg feeds it off to Jarrett Jench. Jench adjusting in the air, and Jarrett Jench, the 6'6" backup center, able to knock in the floater off the glass.
You're right
nice
about
touch.
Adjusting,
yeah.
He just kind of landed in his lap, and he just kind of spun it up with the left hand.
Nice soft touch off the glass there from Jarrett Jench. 22-10 the score now. 10 seconds on the game clock here in the first quarter, and Nolan Grebin's going to hold it for last shot. Gets the screen from Gibbs, kicks it to the corner. This is a wide open three for Joshua Martin. Could not get that one to go. Rebound tipped around into Jarrett Jench, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. A dominating first quarter for the East Mills Wolverines. 22-10. Wolverines on top. We'll be right back here on KMA-FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Very best in convenience, it's Cubby's. Stop in today for hot and fresh food, plus that local spirit that you'll always find at Cubby's. Be sure to try the Chicken Cruiser. This is Cubby's new slider sandwich that people are raving about. A hot and fresh chicken strip on a Sister Schubert dinner roll. It's amazing. Don't forget to use the Cubby's app to save on gas and more. For the Cubby's near you, go to Cubby's.com.
Find your place at Northwest Missouri State University. From day one, experience a university like no other. In the classroom, you'll find career-ready academic programs and hands-on learning, not to mention championship sports teams and clubs. Find your passion and your people. Plus, textbooks and a fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition, with $19 million in scholarships and aid available. They also have a 97% placement rate. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
And welcome back into the KMA X Stream. If you're watching on the KMA X Stream, or if you're joining us here on KMA FM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah, we head to the second quarter. 12-point lead here for East Mills, Brian.
Yeah, courtesy a lot of different players getting some points, but it's just the athleticism, I think, that stood out to me right now of this very talented and very tall East Mills squad as they look to see if they can kind of put some distance here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, outside here is Gavin Ford. As Stanton has the ball to start the second quarter. Nolan Grebin here with the ball now, driving on Lincoln Palmer. Kick back out to the corner. Here's Evan Gettler. Gettler drives, got it blocked away. Nice play there by Peyton Embry. And now here comes Mason Krause on the breakaway. Krause is going to drive in, puts it up. It's good, and that should do it, Brian. Does it? We'll see if they stop the game. That was Mason Krause's 8 points of the night, and we were told before the broadcast that he only needed 8 points to break the all-time record.
Maybe it's another one. Maybe they wanted to elect us to play through it, and they get a stoppage. They'll make. Sometimes you do that, and they could just wait until you get a clean stoppage.
And meanwhile, here's Jacob Martin putting up the shot. No good. Davis McGrew with some speed feeds it up ahead, and that's good. Peyton Embry on the breakaway bucket, and it's 26-10. East Mills in full control of this one.
Talk about run-out points. Convert a missed shot into quick run-out points. That's just guys hustling at the other end.
Now out top here is Gavin Ford. Ford gets it off to Nolan Grebin. Grebin fakes the three, has Davis McGrew guarding him. Hand off to Grebin. Back from Brody Gribbs. Nice pass there underneath. And now a nice entry pass there to Nolan Grebin. He gets the bucket and one.
Nolan Grebin working hard, the lefty right there. His son's coach's son keeps grinding and working right there. And little movement without the ball. Got the recipient, got it back, and got a chance for an and one.
So Kywin Tibbin and Joshua Martin check back into the game. Gibbs and looks like Jacob Martin check out.
So maybe it's not 8 points in the game. Maybe it's 9.
Maybe it was 8 points to tie it? I don't know.
It could be.
So Nolan Grebin at the line to complete the three-point play here. 6:39 to go in the second quarter. It's a 14-point lead for East Mills, and Grebin misses the free throw. Rebound to Peyton Embry, and here come the Wolverines.
You feel like this next couple minutes is huge for the Vikings. They've got to stay somewhat close, Nick.
Out top, McGrew gets it in the near side. Here's Maston. And then that one was kicked out of bounds by Joshua Martin. It will remain with East Mills.
Stanton gone to a 1-3-1 zone to kind of see if they can match up on the shooters.
Maston gets it in, and it was tipped out of bounds again by Nolan Grebin. And now Krause inbounds it to Davis McGrew, and East Mills will finally set up their offense here. McGrew gets over to the far corner for Lincoln Palmer. Now up top for Mason Krause. Now here's McGrew, kicks it back over. Palmer in the corner, underneath to Krause. Krause lays it in, and that one's probably going to do it. I think A much bigger crowd reaction there for that one. And the bucket. And, yeah, the cheerleaders have the side. Mason Krause just became East Mills' all-time leading scorer in boys basketball. Pretty impressive, Brian.
Yes, it is. And that tells two things. One, you played since you were a freshman. And two, you played some extra games in tournaments and you're pretty good at putting the ball in the basket, Nick.
And that's a travel there on Kywin Tibbin. And they're not even really going to make a deal out of it. Maybe that was Krause's decision.
Oh,
and there we get a standing ovation as he comes off the floor for a breather.
And I think the previous leading scorer might have been Coach Schaefer's son, Luke. So kind of a nice handing over the guard. But Mason's is, and he says, you know what, guys, I got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. This is a long season yet ahead of us.
And this is a team with high aspirations as Lincoln Palmer misses a 2-point
jumper. He might put a number
there
up that might be really, really hard to beat by the time he finishes out his career, Nick.
Now driving inside is Gavin Ford. Gets it off to Joshua Martin. Kick out Nolan Grebin in the corner. Driving on Davis McGrew. Puts it up. Nice move inside.
I don't know
Nolan
if that was
Grebin.
a Euro step or a...
I mean, it looked like a few steps, but
he just kind of hung out there and used that little underhand scoop shot. And whatever it was, it worked, didn't it?
Now Lincoln Palmer with a wide open three from the corner. That's no good. The rebound tipped around. Peyton Embry controls it for East Mills and puts it back up and in. And you can't teach height, Brian Bertini.
No, and you just get the ball up, and Peyton did what you're supposed to by the basket. Just flip it up, and it got the nice hometown bounce, fell into the hoop.
Now Grebin driving. He got fouled on the floor as he hits the deck.
I think it's McGrew. You know, we played a pretty aggressive half, almost a quarter and a half, Nick? That's only his fourth foul total in the game. So, like you said, officials letting them play, but give credit to the players, too, to play a pretty clean game.
So that Zach Thornburg will check in for Davis McGrew after the foul. Thornburg, of course, the quarterback of the Wolverines. Really good football season for them. Made the playoffs, made it all the way to a state quarterfinal. And then meanwhile, Nolan Grebin just knocked down a three from the corner, and Grebin is the only one keeping Stanton somewhat in this game right now. And now here's Zach Thornburg for three on the other end, and he can't get it to go, but a long rebound to Lincoln Palmer. Nice job tracking it down. Palmer's going to kick it back out, and we're going to get a foul called underneath the basket. It's going to be on Stanton, so the ball will remain with East Mills.
When you got a lot of height and you got guys that are really active, Nick, you're going to get a lot of offensive rebounds, and that seems to be kind of one of the mantras, and that gives you extra chances to shoot the ball on the outside as well. So Wolverines, like you said, got a lot of the right pieces to make a deep tournament run this year.
Now the kick out to Lincoln Palmer. Palmer gets it up top to Zach Thornburg. Thornburg pulls up for a jumper from the free throw line. No good. Nolan Grebin gets the board, and he wants to run. Grebin going to drive it straight in, puts it up, and just lost it out of bounds.
I'll tell you one thing, though. The Stanton Vikings, they're down by 13, but they're not going to go quietly tonight, are they?
Especially Nolan Grebin. Now, he's the competitor. And he's been having words with this referee. I don't know if you know who that referee is there,
I don't.
Brian,
I think it's just like, hey, guy, there's a little bit of contact, and it's knocking him off his shot. And he's not the most physical kind of guy, but he's not afraid of the con. There's a nice put-back shot right there.
Yeah, and one opportunity here for Joshua Martin, and a floater from the baseline drew the foul. And that one is on number 30. That would be Jarrett Jench, so his first of the night.
Even though East Mills has pretty much been in control of this, there's still a chance here, 4 minutes to go, and, Stanton can get a couple stops and a couple baskets. I think Coach Grebin himself would love to, hey, we can go into halftime maybe down 6 or 7, Nick. We're going to be right in this ball game.
And Joshua Martin completes the three-point play at the free throw line. It's a 10-point game here, 30-20 the score. East Mills with the lead. It's Zach Thornburg walks it up the floor for the Wolverines. Now Jackson Embry has a wide-open look for three. That's no good off the – I don't even know if it hit the rim, and the rebound comes.
Exactly what you want if you're the Vikings, a quick shot. And it's almost like a turnover, Nick. You got the ball back right away.
Now near side, Kywin Tibbin for three from the corner. That's good. And it's a 7-point game and a timeout. A timeout, Kevin Schaefer. East Mills feeling a little heat from the Stanton Vikings. We'll keep it here from the timeout. Brian, what's going on in this game right now?
Well, again, quick shots, and I think East Mills kind of got away from some of their aggressive. They got a little stagnant, taking some, just settling on some shots. I think that's what Coach Schaefer's talking about. Guys, we're just settling for shots. The Vikings, they're going to keep playing, attacking the rim, and, whether it be, Nolan Grebin or Joshua Martin, and they just found a way to kind of just chip away. And right now, Coach Schaefer's kind of like getting the guys' attention. What got us our big lead? Our defensive pressure, attacking the glass. We kind of let down. We weren't closing out shooters and allow some of these guys to get hot, Nick. You've seen it. Games can turn in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they absolutely can. And the game's leading scorer now is Evan Gettler with 8 points on the night. Or no, excuse me, that's actually Mason Krause. He has 10 points on the night. He just broke, as we said, as we talked ad nauseum, 1,283 points in his career is what that poster over there says.
He's probably got
1,285.
Maybe he might, yeah.
I would say it's probably.
I doubt if it stops there.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
It's going to take a concerted effort by all the guys wearing white tonight to take care of this scrappy Vikings team tonight.
Now out top, Zach Thornburg with a pass to Jackson Embry. Thornburg drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Stanton. Joshua Martin came down with it, and then we get a foul underneath the basket. And that's going to be on Zach Thornburg.
Well, Zach just kind of shorthanded that a little bit, went short of the rim, and give credit to the Vikings. They're doing a pretty good job of making it a one and done on the possessions. They're cleaning up the glass, and right now they're on a little mini run of their own here, Nick.
Yeah, 30-23 the score. Stanton trailing by just 7 with the ball. After starting, they trailed by 16 about 10 minutes ago, and now it's 4.
Kevin Twibben, that's three back-to-back threes, and just like that, 14-point lead down to 4.
Kywin Tibben adds to the run here for Stanton, and this zone defense has given East Mills some problems, but then we get a foul underneath the basket. We'll see who they call that on. That is on number 13, Gavin Ford. So Stanton, I mean, they were down 28-10, and now it's 30-26.
Well, again, East Mills kind of relaxed a little bit. Stanton wasn't going to go away. They got some run-out shots. Nolan Grebin got some baskets, and then, of course, 3 threes in a row, 9 points, cut into a lead in a hurry.
16-2 run. Mason Krause went up looking for a foul, didn't get it, and the rebound comes
just like
to Stanton.
A 3 here or 1 basket, we could be down to a 1-possession game, Nick, just like that.
Here's Nolan Grebin out top, 2:48 to go here in the second quarter. Joshua Martin has a look for 3, passed it up, steps back. Now kicks it over to Nolan Grebin at the top of the key. Grebin gets a screen from Martin, kicks out. Evan Gettler's feeling it in the corner. Gettler can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Kyler Williams. And now here comes East Mills. Zach Thornburg driving straight in, off the glass and in. Nice job there for Zach Thornburg going coast to coast, and then he gets a steal on the inbound. Now Thornburg kicks it out. Jared Jench has a look for 3, but passes it up. Nice float pass inside to Mason Krause. He's triple teaming, and he gets the bucket anyway. And right there, it's back to an 8-point lead for East Mills.
Right there, Zach Thornburg with the putback layup and the sneaky little steal.
He was tired of this run from Stanton,
yes,
I would say.
Yes, he was. Well, he coyed him into that steal.
But a nice move there by Joshua Martin, getting past Mason Krause, but couldn't finish the bucket, and the rebound to Jarrett Jench. And here comes East Mills. Under 2 to go here in the second quarter. 34-26, East Mills with the lead. Here's Kyler Williams with a 3. That's no good. The rebound to Braden West. West puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound still tipped around. Stolen away by West. Now West goes up, still can't get it to go. Rebound Mason Krause, still can't get it to go. West the rebound. Knocked around, tipped around. Who has the ball, Brian? What is going on?
Well, 4 opportunities. Braden West, I don't know how he didn't make the third one that he shot, but boy, credit the Vikings for not just quitting on that possession. They ended up getting the board and coming away out of there.
And Donnie Weiss is about to get himself in trouble here on the Stanton bench because he got the ball and just kind of hawked it back at the ref in frustration. He thought for sure there should have been a foul, and we get a warning. Yep. He might have just gotten teed up. I'm not sure.
No, he
got a warning.
So
yeah, Donnie Weiss was just livid. He thought there should have been at least a couple fouls called on East Mills there. They're not calling fouls tonight, Brian. I think that's pretty clear that this is just a physical game. I mean, they
want to get to the concession
and they're letting
stand.
it play on both ends too. So it's not like it's lopsided at all. It's a inside and up and in. Nice follow there by Jacob Martin, the sophomore.
Well,
and he makes it a 6-point game.
They're not the tallest East Mills, but they're scrappy and they really get off the floor quick to the Vikings.
Stanton, you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
And a pull-up jumper there for Zach Thornburg. No good. Long rebound goes to Nolan Grebin. Now Stanton wants to run, and then Grebin will slow things down. 1:06 to go here in the second quarter. 34-28 the score. East Mills with the lead. Grebin turnaround. Floater is good, and Nolan Grebin is feeling it now, and it's back to a 4-point game.
Well, he faked outside. The defense is that Thornburg went out to cover the shooter, and Griebman with the left-handed on the baseline. He loves that spot about that 8-foot range.
Now out top, Kyler Williams gets it back to Zach Thornburg. Tried to throw a lob to Peyton Embry. It got tipped away, though. Now Nolan Greben is walking it up the floor for Stanton. 38 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's a three from the corner. It's good! Kywin Timmon, and it's a 1-point ball game. Stanton is on a roll right now.
Smart by Thornburg here to let's go last shot, and worst case, go to up by 1, maybe by 3. But what a run by the Vikings here.
Shot clock is off. Kyler Williams is just going to take a shot from the inside the arc. No good. And now the rebound. Stanton with a chance to take the lead. No thanks, says Embry as he steals it away. Now Mason Krause with 7 seconds. Puts it up and in. Bodies all over the floor. No foul called on either side. What a physical game we have here. A shot at the buzzer. No good. And this game is absolutely chaos. It's 36-33 at halftime. Brian, you're going to have to talk for a second. I need to catch my breath.
Well, just a lot happened. I think maybe the Stanton guys thought there might have been Krause might have got a charge on that. They let him play through it. The ball's rolling around. What a great finish to this half. 18-point lead by the Wolverines at one point in this game. The Vikings did not go away. Some threes and then a big finish right there. And I tell you what, this sets us up for a exciting second half.
It was 28-10 East Mills halfway through the second quarter. About 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now it's 36-33. Stanton finishes the half on a 23-8 run. And we have a game here on KMA-FM 99.1. Don't go away. We'll be back in 6 minutes with the second half here on the KMAX stream and KMA-FM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
30 tonight under overcast skies, southeasterly winds around 5 miles per hour. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun tomorrow, highs level off around 46. Clear skies tomorrow night, lows around 21. Mid-40s Sunday, turning warmer Monday with highs in the upper 40s and scattered showers possible. Another look at the short range, low of 30 tonight, highs reach 46 tomorrow. I'm weatherology meteorologist Laura Lockwood on KMA. Right now, 36.
All right, we're at with Lewis Central girls wrestling coach, Lewis Central wrestling coach, August Manns. This girls team they've got is a fun one to watch this year. It'll definitely be one to keep an eye on as the season continues along. And, Coach, I guess just first off, obviously,
seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere, and it just isn't
really
the same.
Exciting to watch.
See
really
and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a
we're having
better
a good
car
time
buying
right
experience.
I know
to Barrett's and Barrett's Auto Center.com.
You've seen a lot of really good teams, a lot of really good wrestlers. But this year's team, with the youth and the talent that you guys have on the girls side, and of course the evolution of girls wrestling as well in the state. How exciting has the early part of the season been?
It's been really exciting. I mean, this being the Iowa sanctioned girls wrestling and how we started off the season. It's just been a great correlation of hey, we've been building up this moment, and we're taking advantage of this moment by showcasing our talent.
Who have been some of the girls so far in the lineup that have been stepping up this season?
You know, we have some newbies in the room, and they've shown a lot of improvement since they've started with us. But our veterans have done a really great job. Ava McNeil, SB Almazan, Sophie Barnes, Dana Swindinsky, 5-0 Dodge East-West duels, Mari Mans. And Maya Humlicek still undefeated on the team. And we've even had to bump her up a couple times to 1-15 for the duels and for Dodge. And she beat another state placer at that weight. And so just those matches really great. We have Elder Bomb who's been roughing 105, 110, and she's been doing a great job too. So I can't just pick as one girl. I really honestly got all been doing a really good job and having the coaches.
Yeah, and it looks like a nice mix too of underclassmen like Mari Mans among them. And then you've got like Sophie Barnes, who I feel like has been wrestling for 17 years. Ava McNeil's had a great career as well. To be able to mix that kind of veteran experience with the youthful talent, how beneficial has that been for the overall status of this team?
I'll tell you, that's one big part that I feel like girls have really grown into. Before I would say probably our upperclassmen always wanted to stick with themselves in the practice room, and our underclassmen stuck with themselves. And this year, without even said that first day practice, they just reached out and started working with each other, changing up their practice partner habits and just being good leaders, but also just wanting to be good teammates.
We're talking with Lewis Central girls wrestling coach August Mans. On the mat this year. What have been the strengths of this team? What have been the things that you've liked from them?
I'll tell you, I really like how they're going after and getting takedown. You offer up a takedown challenge to these girls, and they're really going after trying to beat others, making a competition amongst them, just amongst themselves, but just to them trying to say, how many can I get today? Personally, can I beat a record of 5 or 7 or whatever it is, and then they're getting on top and being really aggressive, which is in the sport of wrestling, kind of tough. You can coach teach them all the technique you want, but if they're not aggressive, that technique's not going to be as beneficial.
What are the things going forward that you feel this team still needs to work on and get better at throughout the year?
Every day we just got to go in with the mindset of getting 1% better. Whether that's in technique, conditioning, mental toughness, whatever it is. Always wanting to get 1% better. And keeping in mind that our goals are set for February, and each day is giving us the opportunity to get better and to achieve those goals.
Yeah, I think when you look at your guys' lineup and obviously the firepower you have, naturally, when also you look at February, it's going to be a team that is talked about a lot as far as making some noise in the first year of a sanctioned state tournament. Are you guys talking much about long-term goals or expectations as the season goes on?
We've talked about that a little bit each year. We talked about where we'd like to see the team be. But to be honest, if everybody does their job, their goal. From a coaching standpoint, that's the best satisfaction. But if they are meeting their goal, the team aspect will take care of itself. I mean, we have 7, 8 girls, 9 girls, at the state tournament wrestling and placing. That's a lot of points. We had 5 place last year, and we were 7 in the whole state. 5 place. So if every girl's going after their goal and meeting that goal, I truly believe we're going to be in that hunt for that team aspect.
And that's Lewis Central girls wrestling coach August Mans. Coach, we appreciate the time today. Thank you, and best of luck going forward.
All right, thank you, Trevor.
If you're looking for unlimited super fast internet you can always rely on, look no further than FMTC's fiber internet. With so much relying on your internet these days, you need a connection you can trust. You can work from home, video chat, stream your favorite TV shows, and more without worrying about the stability of your internet. You could have what everyone else wishes they had.
Your connection to the world, FMTC.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Open registration for spring classes is happening right now at Iowa Western Community College. Spring is closer than you think, and IWCC's Clarinda and Shenandoah Centers have advisors ready to help you with class schedules, specific program information, and class sign-up. Our goal is to help you be successful every step of the way. So while it might feel like fall, it's time to get spring on your brain. Sign up now for spring semester classes with Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah. Now is the time to be you at IW.
Welcome back into the KMAX stream and KMAFM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah. Fun one here, Brian Bertini. Nick Stavis alongside Brian Bertini. Should probably introduce ourselves when we come back from halftime, but it's been a long night. It's been a long week, and we got one half of basketball to go before the weekend, and it's going to be a fun half of basketball. 36-33 the score. East Mills, the home team tonight, with the lead. But right now, Stanton with all the momentum in the world. East Mills led 28-10 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Stanton finishes the half on a 23-8 run on the back of some big shots from Nolan Grebben, from Kywin Tibbin, from Joshua Martin, and they're right back in this game, Brian Bertini.
Yeah, I mean, there was a flurry of points there in about that last minute and a half, and most of them came courtesy of the Vikings. And now Coach Jeff Grebben and the squad's got to maintain that. You go into halftime, you got to settle down. Coach Doyle, Coach Schaefer for the Wolverines, veteran squad. The guys have been together for a long time. They're going to make the adjustments, and I think what got East Mills the big lead was their athletic ability to go out and run. It just got hot. It just happened that the Vikings started getting hot, but part of that was, too, Nick, the East Mills guys were not closing out the shooters, giving them good looks, and now you got to find a way to attack the basket. Let's see if they can go in and use the size advantage of Jared Gentz, Braden West, and Peyton Embry.
So here we go. The inbound to Davis McGrew in the second half is underway. 36-33, East Mills leads. The winner of this will have sole possession of first place in the corner conference. And Peyton Embry almost lost it out of bounds to start, but now Jackson Embry gets it back. Now a three-pointer from McGrew, and it's no good, and the rebound goes to Nolan Grebben.
Well, he's been a quarterback. He just, way he can kind of attack the rim at all different angles.
And Grebben out top gets it to Kywin Tibbin in the corner for three, no good, and the rebound goes to Mason Krause. Here comes Krause, the game's leading scorer with 14 points tonight. He had it knocked away by Nolan Grebben, but is able to pick it up. Grebben goes sliding to the ground. Now McGrew outside, knocked away by Grebben, and now here comes Grebben on the fast break, one-on-one with McGrew. Grebben goes up, gets it to go, slams into the side of the stage. No foul called, but Grebben is able to get the bucket, and it's a one-point game.
Wow, he took a hard knock on that stage ledge right there, but boy, what a finish for the lefty right there.
Far side corner, Braden West for three for East Mills, no good. Grebben comes down with the board, and Stanton somehow with a chance to take the lead on this possession.
He had a guy open, but I think he wisely decided not to. I think he needed to break.
Grebben pulls up for three. It's no good off the back iron, and the rebound goes to Peyton Embry.
That might have been a little quick on the trigger right there.
Now outside, Krause gets it to Jackson Embry. Feed down low to Peyton Embry on the baseline. And a skip pass over to Davis McGrew in the corner. McGrew drives baseline. Nice entry feed to Jackson Embry. Can't get it to go. Tipped by Braden West. Can't get it to go. And a foul will be on the floor, I think, Brian, on the rebound.
Yeah, and that's a foul that Coach Jeff Grebben of the Vikings doesn't mind. That's a hustle foul. Probably prevents a easy putback layup. And neither team really in much foul trouble. As they, like you said, Nick, they really let the officials let them play.
Inbound underneath the basket, gets to Davis McGrew. Now Jackson Embry with a wide open three from the corner. Can't get that to go. Rebound fought for. Coming up with it is Embry. Peyton Embry got the rebound. He drew the foul on the putback. Didn't get the bucket, but it'll go to the line for two. Brian, this might be the most physical high school basketball game I have seen in a really long time.
Well, there's a lot of incidental contact, knocking off the plate.
Just hustle,
pushing,
both teams.
Pushing up, and it's one where, as a player, if the whistle's not going to be blown, you've got to kind of adapt and adjust to it. And that usually means you're increasing your little bit more physical contact on the lower half of the body right there, a little knock here and stuff. But you got to make the free throws when you got them, and 1 out of 2. But there's Krause with another rebound.
So Krause gets the board off the second free throw missed by Peyton Embry. And now here's Davis McGrew, feeds it inside to Embry, and Embry knocks it in for two. And a nice slay in there to make up for the missed free throw. And it's 39-35. East Mills back up by 4 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
It's just
Grebben out top.
Points right there.
Grebben gets it to Gavin Ford. Ford working on Embry, gets it to Kywin Tibbin in the corner. Tibbin working on Davis McGrew, gets it back to Ford, top of the key. Now over here to Evan Gettler. Now top of the key to Nolan Grebin. Grebin gets a screen. Now Grebin's going to drive, kick out. Here's Ford. Ford traveled. Gavin Ford walked there, and it looked like he may have hurt his hand. I think it just kind of distracted him a little bit. He forgot to dribble.
He wanted to pass, and he saw the defender kind of come in, and he kind of had that foot in the air and put it down. He knew it, but again, good defense by the Wolverines on that possession.
Jackson Embry out top now. Mason Krause. He got a lot of points in the first quarter, but he's been quiet as of late. Krause turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound tipped in the air. It's going to be an over-the-back call on Jackson Embry, and it will be a turnover to Stanton.
Yeah, Embry tried to use that. That's one of those that, the contact has been so, not called. You kind of see how far you can push the limit. That time he did draw the foul.
Grebin out top now. Grebin's going to drive. Kicks it out to the corner. Wide open three for Ford. It's good. Gavin Ford knocks it in. It's 39-38, a one-point game again, and Stanton just will not go away.
Well, they've done it via the three here in the second and the third quarter. They just find ways to get those key baskets, Nick. And as you mentioned, you keep hitting shots like that, you're going to be in a lot of games.
Braden West now gets it. West hasn't really gotten going since that first quarter. Now kick to the corner for Davis McGrew, and McGrew traveled. And Donnie Weiss down here on the Stanton sideline is fired up. He is fired up. He runs out to the court, and we have a timeout. Kevin Schaefer. Stanton is very much in this game, looking for the upset over East Mills. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Finding protection closer to home
what a game.
is always a great choice. Legacy Mutual Insurance in Stanton, a Grinnell Mutual member, is a local company and has served communities.
You don't have to take it off. It kills our mics.
I think the young guy is Jeff Greven. I think that's the head coach.
Yeah, Jeff Greven.
Go to our website at
Jeff Greven's the old guy.
Okay.
For a complete listing of our agents. For over 150 years, your family's making success.
Jeff Greven is
our
Nolan's dad.
priority. That's our legacy at Legacy Mutual Insurance.
Welcome back into Malvern. Nick Stavis and Brian Bertini here with you in East Mills.
Well,
39-38 the score. East Mills with the lead, but Stanton is on a roll right now. I mean, they are just all the momentum in the world right now. And
well, the Gavia, it's their defense, and also they're just being really, really good about hitting some important threes. And they got a chance here to take the lead, Nick, to being down by 18.
Now the feed down low, and that is stolen away by Peyton Embry. Up ahead to Braden West. Shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound, tipped around. We get a foul called underneath. It's on Jackson Embry, and I believe that is the fourth on Jackson Embry.
Well, Braden West had a chance for a putback. He short-armed it a little bit, and good hustle by the Vikings to get down and get the rebound. And again, they just kind of found a way to hang around, Nick, and got hot at the right time. Now again, a chance to take the lead.
Now here's Evan Gettler with it. Lost it, though. Mason Krause picks it up. Krause with the steal. He comes forward with a full head of steam. Nice feed to McGrew. Inside McGrew, up off the glass. No good, but he drew the foul.
Well, if this game ends up a couple points short, those last two possessions, Nick, when Stanton had a chance and they turned the ball over right there near midcourt, that's going to be huge for Coach Donnie Weiss and staff right there to think that we could have pulled this in and took a lead. That just kind of changed the whole complex. Now East Mills can build a lead, which they do.
And there's the shot there, and that goes in for for Davis McGrew. So 2-point lead now, 40-38 the score.
Well, and Kywin Tibbin with 3 fouls. The senior's got to come out. He had a couple huge threes there to keep his team alive. McGrew hits the second one, Nick. 41-38 now, East Mills with the lead. Here goes Greven on the attack. Greven is no foul. And he hit the stage once hard, Nick, and he gets up again, and no foul, but they're going to retain possession.
I want to apologize to head coach Jeff Greven. I just had the wrong person. You know what? I'm new here. I don't know everybody yet. And I messed that one up. I forgot to kill my mic on the stream. And I was wrong about that. But Jeff Greven is the one who's all fired up here. And it's 41-38 here, Brian. And this game just feels like it's kind of a ticking time bomb here for Stanton. And now we have a whistle, and they're going to change possession. What happened there, Brian?
Well, the ball hit the bottom of the backboard on the inbounds, which is out of play in a sense. So the officials reconfigured a little bit and said, yeah, that's a turnover in a sense.
I had it wrong. That is Donnie Weiss. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who anybody is here, obviously, but that is Donnie Weiss up fired up
that's
here.
Mason Krause with the ball. We do know that.
We do know that. And Mason Krause just drew a and one, and he will go to the line for one more as he just knocked in a bucket and drew the foul.
See, Mason Krause bailed us out. Mason Krause does what Mason Krause does, which is get baskets, and he did a lot of this throughout his career, is get to the free throw line for and ones. So, Nick, this was a one-point game. Stanton had 2 chances consecutive to take the lead, and now they found themselves down by 5. See what Nolan Grebin can do with the ball here as he attacks on this offense. Grebin on the wing, attack the lefty, working hard against defense, comes up. The 3 on the wing, no good, and Krause with the rebound. Wolverines on the push, knocked away from behind. Here come the Vikings, got a little numbers. Grebin in the corner for 3, no good, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Another deflection, ball will go back to East Mills. So Grebin had a steal. Nolan in the corner for 3, didn't get it, Nick. 3:32 to go here, third quarter. East Mills with the ball, a 5-point lead.
Apologies, sorting some things out with the boss there, but it looks like we're right back in here. 43-38 to score, 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Out top, here's Jarrett Jench for 3. That's no good. The rebound controlled by Stanton. This is Gavin Ford pushing the pace here. Gets it up ahead to Evan Gettler. Gettler working on Jench. Blows right past him, but he's swatted away from behind by Jarrett Jench. What a play by Jarrett Jench in the post.
I think there's a lot of arm on that, and the Stanton coaching staff says, guys, there's a lot of arm, but again, we'll play through it. They do hold possession, which is the key point right now for the Vikings. Grab it on the attack, drops it off inside. It's a running shot. What a shot by Joshua Martin, kind of fading away. Boy, talk about a big basket, Nick, because that keeps you within 1 possession here for the Vikings as we approach about that 2:40 mark here in the third quarter.
Now out top. Lincoln Palmer turned it over. Lane Maston did. Now
Nice.
Here come the Vikings, down by 3. 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Drive there and a lay-in by Nolan Grebin. And Grebin is balling right now. He's got 13 on the night.
He's another guy that can just keep going and going. And tell you what, just some gutsy performance by these Vikings. And they come in 2-1, 1-0. They'd love to see if they could knock off the Perivia favorite here tonight. But there's Mason Krause adding to his all-time scoring leading total with 2 more. He's up to 18 right now.
So here is Nolan Grebin for 3. That's no good. And now the rebound controlled by Braden West. 45-42 the score. 2 minutes to go.
Nice look inside right there. Zach Thornburg patiently waited for his teammate to kind of clear a gap right there. Lane Maston just slipped to the basket. Didn't get the basket, but free throws coming up. And tell you what, the sign of a really good teammate is when a team pushes you to the limit, how do you respond? And the Wolverines here, gutsy performance of their own here in this third quarter.
And Maston's first free throw is good.
I mean, this is what Coach Schaefer probably wanted to see out of his team tonight. All right, we were going really easy. Things were cruising along, as you mentioned, 18-point lead, and boy, Stanton put a run on him. And now, what kind of team we got? I think we're seeing it.
Second shot there for Lane Maston is good, and it's a 47-42 lead here with under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Grebin's going to walk it up the floor for Stanton. Directing traffic here now. Nolan Grebin gets a screen. He drives to his right side, puts it off the glass, no good, and the rebound goes to Braden West, and Fremont Mills wants to run. They have numbers. West out top, guarded by Joshua Martin, gets it to Jench. Now down low to Lane Maston. Maston, a nice reverse layup, and it's back to a 7-point lead for East Mills.
Nice job by Maston right there. He didn't panic, went up and under, used the right spin right there, and quick little 5-0 run here by the Wolverines.
And just like that, the answer from Jacob Martin, the sophomore off the bench.
Well, every time they've needed a 3, they find one from some guy. And
yeah, Jacob Martin hits the 3 from the far side corner, and we have a timeout. I believe Stanton took the timeout there, so we will take a break. We'll be right back here on KMAFM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah. Now underneath, here's Braden West, puts it up off the glass. It's good. Braden West putting in work in the low post, and it's back to a 6-point lead.
Guys, give me the ball in the low block. I can score down there, as evident on that last possession.
Now the kick out, top of the key here is Tibbin, and then a nice feed underneath to Joshua Martin, and then it's knocked away off the inbound by Nolan Grevin. A nice hustle, couldn't get it.
Well, I tell you what, Nolan Grevin's going to sleep well tonight because he just keeps going and going. He almost had that steal. Shot clock is off. Almost, pretty close to being off. Let's see if East Mills holds the last shot, which they seem to be doing.
Shot clock is off here. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. 51-47 the lead. We've got a good one here for you in the corner conference tonight.
This is almost this chance for both teams to kind of catch their breath, isn't it, Nick?
Out top, Thornburg gets it in low to Braden West. West up off the glass and in, and it's back to a 6-point lead. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Grevin's going to pull up for 3 from way downtown. Almost made it, and it is just short, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. We've got a wild one here in Malvern, 53-47 at the end of the third. We got one more quarter to go. Stay with us here on KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Coach Donnie Weiss would see if he put a little bit more pressure on right here, but they're not going to do it. As we mentioned, there's several guys that have slipped on the floor tonight, hasn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it has.
You can see the official out with a little, I think there's a lot of condensation, a little bit of moisture. And, no, they don't have a hockey rink underneath this where the water's coming up, but it's just kind of really humid outside. And, of course, you get a lot of bodies inside. And players sweating and falling on the floor. And a little slip here. And you don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Zach Thornburg bringing it up the floor for East Mills. A chance to really put this one out of reach. Up by 8 with 4 minutes to go. Jackson Embry gets it to Jarrett Jench. Now back to Embry. Now back to Jench. Zone defense here from Stanton. Now skip pass over here in the near side corner to Zach Thornburg. Now Jench out top. Now here's Jackson Embry. Now back to Jench. Jench's going to take a wide open 3. That's no good. The rebound goes to Joshua Martin, and Stanton comes the other way.
Good job by the Vikings right there. Take away the 2 threats, Krause and West, and let somebody else score.
And now we get an offensive foul off the ball. That one's called on Jacob Martin, and he does not like the call.
Well, that's the second one he's got on that, about the same spot. So he's trying to use his elbow and body as leverage to clear space. But the worst thing right now is it's in a sense a turnover, and the ball goes back into the hand of the team with an 8-point lead, Nick.
Now Zach Thornburg kicks it over in the near side corner, Jarrett Jench, and now a feed down low to Braden West. Can't get the kiss off the glass. But a rebound tipped around, and it's in the hands of Jench. Possession stays with East Mills. Nice feed to Mason Krause. He got blocked from behind, but he got fouled in the process. Jacob Martin called for the foul, and Krause will head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, inability right there, the Vikings, to get that. They had a chance on 2 missed shots. They couldn't secure the defensive rebound, and that's just the height of the Wolverines right there coming into play. And Mason Krause looking to see if he can add to his 20-point total here with free throws.
Krause's first free throw is short, and it's like I said earlier, I mean, the free throws, the fact that you're shooting free throws the rest of the way are great, but they don't mean anything if you can't make them.
Well, and I mean, that'll be a touch point for Coach Schaefer and staff that the next time they get together, Nick, what do you think they're going to work on?
Probably going to shoot free throws. The second free throw for Krause is good, though, and it's back to a 9-point lead, and Stanton needs points, and they need them now with 3 minutes to go.
This is the guy to have the ball in the hands with right now.
Out top, Greben's going to drive, kick out. Gettler for 3 in the corner. Gettler can't get it to go in the rebound to Braden West, and here comes East Mills. They want to run. And Zach Thornburg lost it, and he double dribbled, I think.
Yeah, he was going to try to hit a cutting Jarrett Jench to the basket, and he just got the ball got up high and missed opportunity, but Wolverines feeling pretty good, Nick, with a 9-point lead here, 2:58.
And we got a timeout, Stanton on the floor, so we are going to step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
TSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow. And service is how we
Now the game strategy kind of changes, doesn't a little bit.
61-59 the score. A minute 52 to go in the game. 7 straight points by Nolan Greben. And now here comes Zach Thornburg walking it up the floor for East Mills.
Now the clock, not as much as a factor for the Vikings now with you one possession, but you got to get a stop here.
Thornburg kicks it over to Jackson Embry. Thought about the three. Kicks it back to Zach Thornburg. Now Thornburg gets stuck inside, just pulls up for 2, can't get it to go. Rebound, Braden West tipped around, and Jackson Embry comes away with it with a fresh shot clock.
Yeah, Coach
and Kevin Schaefer says, slow down, boys.
Yeah, we get fouled. We're guaranteed at least a free throw and 2, so let's hold this possession.
So here's Jackson Embry with it out top. 20 seconds on the shot clock, a minute 15, and Zach Thornburg slipped and almost lost the ball, but got it back. Jarrett Jensch now. Jensch kicks it out to Embry. Now Thornburg in the corner for 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped around, and another offensive board for Mason Krause, and Krause finishes the job and one. Mason Krause, 23 points for the senior tonight, and he just keeps adding to his total as he gets the N1 there. And what a huge offensive board. Stanton just unable to come up with a rebound there, Brian.
It was. Nolan Greben had the ball right in his hand right there, and it just kind of rolled out, and Mason Krause, right place, right time, and another N1. And boy, you talk about a swing of events right there. This could be huge.
Krause out top, and he knocks in the free throw. 65-59 the score. 64-59, excuse me. 3-point lead, 5-point lead now. Here's Tibbin. Kywin Tibbin working in the corner. Tibbin kicks it over to Joshua Martin. Martin working on Embry. Martin, nice spin move inside, draws the foul, can't get the bucket to go, but he'll go to the line.
Boy, Josh Martin, just a small gap of space that he slipped through right there, Nick, and boy, he almost got the basket and one, but regardless, free throws coming up for him too. And again, 2 huge free throws as they need these. 43 seconds, Nick. Here you can still get within one possession here.
64-59, first free throw for Martin is good. 64-69 the score. 43 seconds to go as Maston comes into the game. Peyton Embry checks out.
This game did not look like it was going to be this close. As you mentioned, East Mills jumped out to an 18-point lead, but boy, credit these Vikings for just
second free throw for Martin is good, and we get a timeout. Stanton. 43 seconds remaining in this one. It's 64-61. East Mills with the lead. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Travis and Brian Bertini here with you. 43 seconds to go, 64-61. East Mills with the lead. They have the ball, but Stanton still very much alive in this game. And the inbound there to Davis McGrew, who will walk it up the floor. 40 seconds to go now. Now here's Embry out top. Embry back to McGrew. Zone defense Ford here. Nolan Greben just trying to come up with a steal.
Yeah, Gavin
now
Ford
outside
kind of face guarding Mason Krause, and rightfully so.
Now Maston kicks it back to Embry. They're just playing catch here with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now feed down low to Braden West. Kick back out Davis McGrew. Now back to Embry. Now back to McGrew. McGrew out top, feeds it down low to Braden West. Braden West puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Krause, and he puts it back. It's back to a 5-point game. 5 seconds on the clock. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second, and they're just going to mail it in. That'll do it. Nolan Greben didn't even take a shot in the final few seconds. And Donnie Weiss can't believe it, and that will bring us to the end of the game. What a crazy outcome. 66-61, the final score. East Mills comes away with a hard-fought win, Brian.
It was. Gutsy performance by both squads tonight, and, Stanton left for dead early in that. They didn't quit. They got some big threes scrapped in. They got it back a couple times, Nick, to one possession late, and just Mason Krause being Mason Krause, where he found a way to get putbacks, some free throws, and here's an announcement.
Mason Krause just became East Mills Schools career scoring leader. Congratulations.
And there you hear the announcement. Mason Krause is officially East Mills' all-time points leader for the boys basketball program. And on the night that he broke the record, he made it happen. 26 points tonight for Mason Krause.
Wow.
2 putback buckets in crunch time, and he was the reason that his team came away with a win tonight.
Maybe the 2 biggest of the night were the last 2 that really kind of sealed the deal, Nick. So what a great nightcap to finish this off. The girls, Stanton girls, come with an impressive win here on the road, get a big win over East Mills. The East Mills boys contain their perfect record. They moved to 5-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about the fight from that Stanton team, though, tonight. Down 18. It was 28-10, and with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, they cut the lead to 3 at halftime, and the whole way through, the whole second half was close. They were never able to actually take the lead, but they kept it within 1 to 7 points the entire time, and able to eventually come away with the win. So now East Mills 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in the corner conference. Stanton falls to 2-2 and 1-1 in the corner conference. Next game up for East Mills will be Friday, December 16th at Griswold. Meanwhile, Stanton will be back in action Tuesday, December 13th, taking on Essex. Brian, any last thoughts on this one?
A great night of basketball. Like I said, you get to this part of December, you're starting to see some teams in, and then what a great honor to be part of Mason Krause, seeing him do that tonight here. And like I said, it's only 5 games in. This guy's going to put up a number that's going to be pretty tough to top here for some future player coming up to the East Mills system.
Yeah, absolutely. Mason Krause finishes the night with 26 points, certainly our player of the game tonight, and he also breaks the all-time points record in a career for East Mills boys basketball. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. We really appreciate it. For Brian Bertini, I'm Nick Stamas signing off here on KMA-FM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Thanks for joining us on KMA-FM 99.1 for this sporting event brought to you by the KMA Sportscasters Club.
Cloudy skies overnight with lows around 30. Winds out of the southeast around 5 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected tomorrow, high of 46. Clear skies tomorrow night, lows level off around 21. Mid-40s Sunday, turning warmer Monday with highs in the upper 40s and scattered showers possible. Another look at the short range. Lows level off around 30 overnight, high of 46 tomorrow. I'm weatherology meteorologist Laura Lockwood on KMA. Right now, 35.
Thanks for listening to KMA. Time now for our regular program, already in progress.
Dealing with our oldest 12-year-old, about 6 weeks ago, threatened to take his life, and thankfully told my wife and I on the phone and we've been taking him to therapy once a week. And I'm just kind of seeking your advice what else we should do in our situation. Thank you.